All right, all right, all right.
Now I just get a notification telling me that I need to watch this.
All right, all right, all right.
Oops, I killed the sound. Now I just get a notification.
Yep.
All right.
This is kind of slow so far.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be slow.
Yeah. It's pretty late on a Friday.
Like these people have lives. I mean, we don't.
Not late on the East Coast or on the West Coast, dude.
Say again.
It's not late on the West Coast.
There you go.
Yeah. They're
Live
too
from
busy burning down they're too busy burning down their academic institutions.
No shit.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
They should be doing is defending them against the communists.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are communists. We got 12. Wow, we're picking up speed, dude.
No, we got someone from Australia. Well, I'm sorry you're going to be disappointed in America tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Come on, we're like the best we have to offer, which is sad, but I mean, we're still the best.
Yeah, I know. I feel for you, but then again, Australia is like all the rejects of England as well, so they kind of get it.
Exactly. We're like brethren, you know. They wouldn't admit it, but we are.
Except they still have a variation of their horseshit accent.
Uh-oh. Mark's watching.
He should be
I
on.
gotta behave myself.
We should get him on here.
Yeah, I'm fucking told him.
He's like, nah, too cool.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be seeing these fucks.
Oh, Dakotah, we're going to that event at Big Lake in October.
Yeah.
Our responsibility as Romanians will be to cook food and run away.
Yes.
Actually, I had a question for Mark. Is if I don't want to say his name on a fucking stream, but there's a guy from my Civil War group who's he's doing like German Pioneer. I wasn't sure if he was following him with you guys or not.
Message me on Facebook the guy's name.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark. I had John put me together a transitional. Tell me how it fits, because I wasn't actually sure. I thought the skirt
Makes your ass look big, Dakotah.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I was going for, but I think the skirt.
Oh yeah, your ass looks way big.
It's all for you, bud. I thought the skirt looked too short, though. Which that isn't John's doing. It's just
I don't know who that is, Chris. Message Mark on Facebook.
Yeah.
yes. I was worried about it being too short, so if it's okay, I might start wearing this when it's warmer. It's made of thinner wool, so.
Yeah, that's a transitional, correct?
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, no Brandenburg cuffs.
Yeah. And you got the subdued buttons.
Well, it had them, but I had them change them out.
I like that shit. That's cool.
Do you got
what?
You got your first aid in there?
I don't.
Oh my god.
Fucking farb.
It's in my other tunic.
Yeah, Dakotah's like a well-known farb.
You know what? I'll get it out just for you, Chris. Just for
you. Because what are you going to do when you get shot in your new tunic? Just be like, oh, find my old tunic in the giant rubble heap?
That's fine. I'll just deal with the blood on my brand new tunic. Not a big deal.
Like I'm getting shot. I'm going to snuff you, your whole squad, the last time. There you go. You happy? Here are my bandages.
Well, hell, it doesn't help when the dude that's supposed to watch you just kind of like walks away and leaves a rifle next to you. And you're just like, well, it looks like my rifle.
It looks like mine. It works like mine. It's a shitload louder.
Well, when someone puts a cocktail of Magnum pistol powder in the blanks.
Weird.
It's a little trippy when you shoot a gun that has blanks in it and there's a little bit of recoil because you're just
exactly.
like, huh.
Holy shit.
That's
I shouldn't have kicked.
I wonder if Marky Sparky's going to get on.
He should.
Should.
Kind of outnumbered. Come on, Mark. I need you.
Oh, God, if I had that country song, I would play it.
The country song.
I need you.
No.
I like the fact that Dakotah's the only one who's dressed up right now.
I was actually cold, so I put my tunic on.
Mike's got that whole South American Merc thing going.
Dude, this is a Bundeswehr boonie hat, man.
Yeah. We're all German tonight, except you.
I'm supposed to get through on my Pershing tunic.
Well, hell, I don't know about you guys, but I'm such an American mutt where it's just like, I did that Ancestry DNA thing, and it was pretty much just straight up like Europe.
No thanks, Pat. I don't need to spill my canteen again. I'm a little more sober this time.
Oh, did you spill last time?
Yeah, it was like bad. And I was like, oh, I got water fucking everywhere.
Oh, wow. I didn't even understand that you did that. Because I was a little bit sober at the time, too.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. You're like, you said that like 3 times, bud. And I'm sitting there trying to clean it up. Yes, the Mexican Banditos scenario.
Mark, get the fuck on. Get on the live stream. You got to explain this to people.
They do
But
need
Dakotah, I mean, they did the Irish Revolution, so it's like, we're doing a border scenario.
I didn't get to. Like, I wanted to, but it was cold, and I'm like, I'm not fucking doing that. Fuck this.
Doing what?
I was cold. I didn't do the Irish volunteer. I let
Yeah, I'm not gonna do some communist fucking revolution. Like, I love how explicitly in our like that reenacting society, the HRS, that says like no political impressions whatsoever, but it's like, there's a guy walking over there that clearly has the commissar tabs on.
And, you know, SS is fine, too, because...
Yeah.
Nothing political about them. They weren't, you know, a paramilitary run by a political party or anything.
Right.
I'm just waiting for like brown shirt reenactors. It's like, you know, where's the diversity in like your fucking fucked up ideology?
You're not going to have it for reenactors. You give it
Terrence Rome was a kind of a douche, so nobody likes him. Who wants to portray the losers?
Of all these fucking like Antifa guys burning shit, you're going to see it for real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be lunatics taking to the street to fight the lunatics taking to the street. It's 1919 all over again.
Frycore are busy killing communists in California.
No, they're not, and that's the problem.
Whoops. Apparently last week was great, according to Pat Reich.
Because
you thought so.
It's because we were all drunk and I spilled my water. So.
Excuse me, you guys were drunk.
Well, you should have been. Was it great? Tell us. You were sober.
I don't know. This is normal debauchery.
Oh, so at least we weren't like too bad, you know.
No, it's not like, you know, an event where like someone throws a firework in my crotch.
Yeah.
Did that happen?
Like, you know, that's great. A bunch of people like drinking alcohol. Oh, we're gonna throw live fireworks in the fucking trench full of people. Hope to God no one gets burned.
Hashtag triggered.
Yeah. Hashtag reenactor war stories.
Yes. I'm sorry, fire.
I don't know. You guys do World
Actually,
War One, right?
fancy.
Like
What?
Dakota, like
What?
you guys really don't do any other eras, right?
We do just for fun, but like
But not seriously. Like this is my only real impression.
Yeah, because it's like
of a Romanian one that we kind of play with.
Because in some of my other eras, like you get people that tell their like reenacting battle stories, like holy fuck, they were actually there. Like
That's
Battle
what
of
I do.
Gettysburg, they were fucking there.
That's what I do. It's how I brag up my Iron Cross because I'm
Yeah, it's
I'm
just
used
like
to get laid.
you know. So is Mark actually get on or?
Get laid with your fake Iron Cross.
Yes. You're goddamn right.
All right, I'm gonna go throw my M18 on.
I feel like I should mention that I'm kidding.
You go up to people, it's like, yeah, I got this at the Battle of Verdun.
The Battle of Big Lake.
Yeah.
It was pretty serious. I was actually held prisoner. I'm like John McCain, but better. Because I'm an independent, not a Republican.
God, someone asked me that recently. Like, Chris, what's your political leanings? And I'm like, none of your fucking business.
None. There are no political leanings.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to multitask and failing.
Yeah.
The Dutch beat the Germans in World War II. Dean. Come on, Dean.
The Dutch might as well have not existed in World War II. Ouch.
I like you, Dean, but he's right.
Oh boy.
I don't say kill communists. I just say, you know, it's kind of like people that belong to the Church of Satan. It's just like, what's your end goal with this ideology? Because it's like everything you say doesn't really sound like it's going to work out well.
Matthew Chifukchev, Dakotah, did you get that Iron Cross for Valor? The Battle of Rockford?
I'm right, I did, bud. Are you doubting my valor?
The other guy? The other guy. Oh, apparently I need to dress up now. But I'm just the other guy.
You play dress up with us. So does Mark.
Marky Sparky.
If Mark comes on, I'll go put something on.
Oh boy, there's the ultimatum.
How common do you think U.S. Marine Corps NAM impressions are in America? Well, if they exist, they shouldn't.
Everybody wants to be Marines because Marines is the only ones that do anything.
Well, I will say this. If someone's doing like Vietnam Marine, like purely living history impression, where it's just like they dress up, they talk to the public about the history and the equipment and all that other stuff, I don't have a problem with that. But if you're trying to have like some, you know, fucking airsoft mil sim reenactment impression or whatever, it's just like, that's a little too soon. And it's like, especially if you're trying to do that in the Midwest, it's like, yeah, because, you know, the snow and the fucking temperate climate really, really, like, you know, epitomizes the jungles of fucking Vietnam.
It does.
Hey, Chris, on a positive note, after a year and a half of me asking my guy to make these, what do you think of the chevrons?
They look good. I mean, I'm not a material historian, so it's like.
No, I mean, like, from what you've seen, though, on, like, originals?
Yeah, they look fine.
Yeah, I know. They're fucking amazing. Like, totally worth the wait. Hopefully he can do other ranks. Now, he's going to be making PFC ones, so if you want a little bit better one than the one you got from a certain place, I'll, like, give you those.
All right.
So, yeah, I'm going to have him try to make most of the ranks.
I've seen plenty of World War II U.S. Marine Corps.
Oh, yeah. That's the ones that were in the South Pacific, right?
Well, yeah. Of course. Nobody else mattered, you know.
Mark, go ahead and get yourself a premium. The Emu War reenactment? No, I need to get a Lewis gun for that.
You should get a Lewis gun. Reenact that bitch.
No, our unit had show shots or shows.
You know, the one reenactment I really want to do is like the hostile takeover of like Hawaii.
Hawaii.
Yeah. Even though that wasn't really hostile, I wanted an excuse
Sambo.
to like just go to Hawaii.
Oh God, Sambo. What a vile little thing.
Get him on.
Yeah, penis. That's what I'm doing.
Do it.
Is that the German dude? Or?
Samuel Dubois.
Oh.
Don't even know your own unit.
Fuck no.
Absolutely disgusting.
You know why he doesn't know his own unit? Because our medic, who is Sam Dubois, was too busy helping the fucking Commonwealth when we got slaughtered and mowed down. So that's probably why he doesn't know our medic.
Wow, maybe he shouldn't be a piece of shit and he should try helping his own.
Right? Oh no whiskey for me tonight. Nope. Gotta play Magic the Gathering tomorrow with my bros, so gotta stay a little bit straight tonight.
Would hate to miss that.
Reenact the Holocaust.
Missing Magic the Gathering, man. Third time this week. That's a fucking disappointment.
Absolutely disgusting.
Don't think you heard me correctly there, Chris.
Probably not.
Probably not. He submits it.
I've got Magic tournament tomorrow. Like, I don't do it 3 times a week because I have other shit going on. But like, no, this tournament's pretty fucking serious, man.
Yeah. I don't know. There was like LARPers that like tried to integrate Magic the Gathering on my campus, and it was that stereotypical some really fruity like Asperger's kid like running around screaming lightning bolt.
Lightning Bolt's a card that's been around forever. It does 3 fucking damage. Ooh.
Well, no. Like, I don't have a problem with the card game. It's like, well, that's interesting. That's cool. But like the live action role players of it, it's just like, this is weird. And I dress up in like outdated clothes and pretend to reenact.
This is weird. And I literally play dress up for like a hobby.
Yeah, it's just like,
Oh, you sold your fucking AG-42? That's on my bucket list. Those people are weird as fuck.
Hey, thanks, Mark. He likes my chin strap. I wanted to get more in the 1918 spirit.
you're a chin strap, Dakotah.
My unit's so poor.
See, that's how you can tell good reenactors from other reenactors. It's like you got the reenactors with a shit ton of like cool shit, and then you got the other reenactors that are like, we're gonna try to look homeless and depressed and like destitute.
Well, I need to lose some weight before I'm like truly destitute, but I get that.
Okay.
I need to lose a fuck ton of weight before I look truly destitute.
You're American. You don't have to.
Well, I'm a pretty well-off American even to that standard.
You're just a big farm boy.
I mean, let's be honest. Like almost every reenactor I know is either way too old or needs to lose weight.
Yep.
And it's like, and that's why when people get super like uppity about like weight or age, I'm just like, look, like you could have like the 3 guys here that actually like look right, or you can have a bunch of people that can talk to the public about history.
The only guys that look right in our unit are Kurt and Sam.
And Weston.
Weston, yeah, but he's really fucking tall.
Yeah, but they were tall guys.
Oh, not according to most esteemed professional experts.
There were tall guys. I don't know who your source is, but they can suck a fucking dick. I'm skinny and half starved, says Sam. Get on.
What's Mark doing?
Not getting on.
Like, is he taking a poop?
Nah, he's on his phone, he says.
All right.
He is a little bit older, so like, you know, you gotta give him the technology break.
Ouch.
Why? It's just being serious.
It's almost more insulting.
Why?
I don't know. I think he's capable of learning.
Oh wow, Sam said this could fucking take 15 minutes. And no, I would never consider Roman reenactment because I don't know anything about Roman soldiers except for the gladius, but what model, when, how to use it.
It looks.
I mean, the Roman reenacting to me, like, it's like what Angus does.
Yeah.
Like that seems kind of cool, where you do like the basic training stuff and all that other stuff. It's just, I don't know. Like when you talk to Angus and it's like, yeah, we beat the shit out of each other with blunted steel swords. I'm like,
Fuck that.
That's a level of intensity that I don't think I'm ready for. And there's a lot of sand in my vagina, and I don't think I
can
can
handle it, but it sounds like so much fun.
Well, it sounds fun. Like, oh, you get to beat the shit out of someone with like a fucking blunted sword. That sounds amazing. Until you realize, no, I'm gonna get beaten the shit out of with a fucking metal sword.
The key is, like, you get the shit beat out of you, and then you just get good to avoid it.
Someone brought up Luftwaffles. I remember when you guys first saw them. It was a magical moment. We're walking down the town road of Rockford, and you all were just like, holy shit, is that Luftwaffles?
I am so, like, sad I missed that.
Yeah.
The first sighting.
An esteemed colleague in our group was like, "Hi there, man. How's it going? Is that a gas mask tin? Yeah. What do you got in there? You got a gas mask in there? No, man. I got sour cream.
And he legitimately had sour cream.
Yeah, Daisy. At least he's got good taste. Like Daisy sour cream is the fucking shit. But like, really?
Well, know your brands, but don't carry it in your gas mask tin, I guess.
Mark's like, gotta run, boys. Catch you later.
That having shit to do with this.
Mm-hmm. I wash my hands clean.
The Punches pilot just done.
Do you know how often I use that now?
It's good, isn't it? And I've been saying it for like years, and everyone's like, "Who's that?"
Oh my god.
I mean, as far as like Fallschirmjäger uniforms go, this is from the chat. Like, I don't know. Uniforms are uniforms. Like, there's something like, I don't know, endearing about Russian uniforms, even though those are just straight up like a potato sack of a uniform.
Fascism uniforms are uniforms. Hey, Mock Boy, like, it's not funny, dude. You're just being obnoxious as fuck. Like, oh, hardy hard trolling. Like, just shut the fuck up. It's so easy to hit, man. You've got, like, this chance, and that's it.
Mock, shut the hell up. You aren't funny, and you aren't edgy either.
Exactly.
Even the chat's fucking turned on him. When the chat doesn't support you, you truly lost.
Yeah, he's probably just some, like, 14-year-old kid. Oh, I'm gonna be funny on a chat.
Look at how edgy I am, guys.
Jesus Christ.
Who the hell's Cassandra?
The, like, one chick that actually comments on my shit, and, like, everybody fucking... whatever.
Holy shit, a girl!
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's the same thing with, like, reenacting when there's that one, like, 20-something, early 30-something girl that shows up to an event. You got, like, all the dudes in their 50s and 60s just mouth breathing over them.
She's gonna sleep with me tonight. I guarantee it.
Better tell her she's cute on Facebook.
That's a surefire way into her panties. I bet you if you ask real nice enough, she'll show you some skin.
You got like a fucking .001% success rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The M64 liner of Vietnam. I don't know, Milsurp Junkie. Look at the fucking liners and tell me, like, why would you ask me stuff like that? Like, that's the most trivial shit you can. Okay, I get it that like Google hasn't always been around, but I guarantee you're at least my age or younger, and you should be aware that we have this really cool thing called Google, and literally every bit of information you ever wanted to know is at your fingertips, which even when I was a child didn't exist. So
Google's gotten pretty fucking rad since 1997 when it was like a piece of shit.
yeah, I didn't use Google until like 2005.
Oh. Well, you didn't miss anything. It sucked ass.
It sounds like we're behind the curve. God.
Mike, you can get rid of all the tards in chat. Sorry, shit clots. They're even like taking your terminology and everything.
Oh, this is bad.
This is beautiful. Oh, Cassandra is here.
Still on the fucking Austrian shit. Jesus Christ. Yes, you can get the 8x50R brass. I don't remember what diameter bullet, if it's a 323 or 327 for that caliber. Very close to the 7.6254. But like,
well, I was just about to say, like, what 8x50R? There's like 3, 4.
She's talking about the Austrian or for the Steyr in 95. Like,
she have a Steyr?
Yeah, she's obsessed with it. Like her and her apparent boyfriend. You know, I gotta throw that in there, of course. But like,
you want to sell your Steyr?
No, she doesn't want to sell her fucking Steyr. Her and her little boyfriend like bought a Steyr and like, oh, an M95. Okay, so
is it a full length?
Dakotah's like, fuck the vagina. I want the rifle.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. I just want the rifle. There are plenty of vaginas.
Well, to be exact, there's about 350 billion of them. So
there you go.
There's only so many Steyrs.
Billion Steyrs.
Some of them are hairy. Some of them are bald. Some are kind of scary. So
some are pretty scary. Let's be real. You didn't answer me. Do you want to sell it? Come on, man. It's a simple question. Look, I've got one too. I'm in the club. Can I buy it? What do you want? No? Okay. I'm looking for a full-length one.
Most wanted piece of surplus military.
All of them.
I want a fucking Danish M1923 fucking helmet is what I want.
No shit.
A real one. Not the fucking civil defense model like I have. Waste of fucking money.
What do you mean you would have? Do you still have it?
GU 98.
I got a GU 98 too. It's awesome. It's amazing. I'm looking for a Steyr right now because I have a GU 98.
Got myself a GU. I'm burping up alcohol and fried chicken.
That sounds delicious.
I'm so jealous.
Not bad.
Fucking drinking wine from the bottle.
Is there another way to drink wine, or?
Yeah, there's this thing called a glass.
That's cute.
Yeah, but then you have to clean the glass. You can just throw the bottle away.
Yeah, it's all syrupy and shit. I don't like that.
You can make it into a Molotov cocktail when you attack UC Berkeley.
Whoa, call to action there, bud.
It's not a call to action. It's already happened.
That's a ceasefire moment. What's the most comfy field cap? Yeah, the British Revolutionary War camp hat. That's fucking comfy as shit.
You can't afford a glass. You save it for an M1923 helmet.
Fucking somebody gets it. Thank you, Jimmy.
Exactly. just making conversation. This mock boy.
Can you really call it the Second Chechen War, or could you just call it like Russia having enough shit from Chechnya and just kind of curb stomping it?
Do you think it'll become? Do you think reenacting will become a cheaper hobby weapon-wise with Trump in office? No.
No.
Oh my God, these questions are getting like fucking all sorts of like faggot level of AIDS.
The big thing, I'll answer it. The big thing is like you have people like us, and there's tons of us that buy these milsurp rifles that have no intent of ever selling them.
Some of us can't
So
afford
it's
them,
just,
Chris. Some of us can't afford them.
Oh, yeah. But it's like, no. I mean, there's a finite stock of these things, like, and people are going to buy them up, and it's like, if I have a 1903 just sitting in my safe collecting dust, like that doesn't really bother me at all. You know? I mean, Mike, did you do something about surplus M9s, or was that someone else?
No, I did that. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like,
what why? Why shut the fuck up? I don't know anything about them. Yeah, why?
A, they're going to be garbage pieces of shit because they've been real hard to put away wet. B, they're not going to be $100 like everybody thinks they're going to be just because Trump's in office. Trump, yeah, sure, he's pro Second Amendment, but like he's not a king. He can't wave his pen and be like, okay, well, these M9s, you're going to sell them at $100. Okay, it's going to be tremendous. All right, we're going to sell a lot of them. It's going to be huge. He can't fucking do that.
$100.
It's just M9s are not. Everybody wants one for the same reason they want it, and they are. It's like, oh, the army uses them, and like I played it in Call of Duty, and I want one.
So someone did like the whole comment about like rifles not being in museums.
Belongs in
just to address that, because I address it a lot. If you ever know someone who's actually like a curator or director of a museum system, and you ask to see their collection behind the thing, they sit on a fuck ton of guns that they just either can't display or won't display.
Right.
And problem is once when they're in a museum, they stay there for the most part.
They are there.
Very rarely are they ever sold. And it's like you can have a really cool piece of history and donate it to museum, but it's never going to get displayed. It's just going to be cataloged and preserved. Maybe.
That's terribly sad, honestly.
Well, it makes sense though, because it's like some people, it's like the Civil War Museum in Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's like there's a bunch of 1903s and M1 Garands that have provenance to the 32nd ID. They have a bunch of other stuff because people donate it to that museum. And it's like, well, we're a Civil War museum. Like, we'll take it to preserve it. It's better than it being destroyed. But it's like,
right.
We have like, I think they've got like 8 1903s from the 32nd ID in World War I and World War II. They've got like 12 M1 Garands, a fuck ton of uniforms and all that other shit, personal effects. And even if you were to donate it to like the Wisconsin Military Museum, it's like they're sitting on a shit ton of that stuff too. It's like, you know, unless it was a weapon that was used by some dude who has like a Medal of Honor or Distinguished Service Cross, they're not really going to display it.
Right.
No, they have a at the museum I went to last summer for reenacting shit. They had a literal Congressional Medal of Honor in a frame with the guy's like ribbon rack and the citation and everything from World War II, and it was sitting in a drawer.
Yeah.
Because they don't have enough room to display it.
It's like, yeah, there's a lot of things. Like, I would love to donate it to a museum, and I'd love for a broader population to see it. The problem is there is a space for the private collector to hold on to things as long as they preserve and take care of it.
Right. A lot of them don't.
Yeah. But, I mean, another big thing is it's like a lot of these weapons, too, it's like once when they're in a museum, they'll never be shot again. They'll never be used again. And there is something to be learned from, you know, it's like how many, so anyone who's actually owned a Type 99 or shot a Type 99 would say it's one of the best bolt-action rifles that they've ever used.
Absolutely.
But if you've never shot, owned, or used a Type 99, you would just believe all those, you know, last-ditch manufacturing rumors of, oh, the airsoft is just a piece of shit.
Right.
You know, but then you got enough people that actually own, fire, and like the weapon where it's like, no, it's a dead accurate rifle with great battle sights. To be honest, it's what the British should have done for the SMLE, is make a rimless cartridge that didn't suck dick.
Right.
It's when you look at the 303 and the 7.7, it's like, why didn't the British just go to the 7.7?
I would call small 303's been fine.
Yeah.
Our Bren guns use it, our Vickers use it, our short magazine, the Enfields use it.
Yeah, until like your short magazine Lee Enfield gets a rim lock on it.
I have nothing bad to say about the 303. I've actually gotten rim locked twice on it, and all I did to correct that was hit the fucking bolt forward as hard as possible, and it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like a Mosin with a bad interrupter.
I think you said Cassandra was like 12. How does she have so many guns?
Her little boyfriend or whatever. She was talking about him last time.
Oh, I don't remember that because I was drunk.
Yeah. Sorry, Dakotah, your luck's kind of up.
Well, I don't give a shit. I just want to know.
Yeah.
I couldn't buy a shitload of guns when I was 12.
Oh fuck. I literally, it was a big deal to buy that fucking Type 99 from my great uncle for $40 when I was 12.
I know, like if I'd have seen like my shitty collection now at 12, I would have been like, "Oh my god, I fucking arrived!"
Yeah.
Despite seeing like the other shitty aspects of my life.
To be honest, like, I've never understood the premium for like the mum rifles. Like, I get it's a bring back thing, but to me, it's like, unless you actually have the provenance of like who captured it, who brought it back, or whatever, it's just like you're paying an extra $75 on a gun that's tops $200.
Well, no, here's the thing: is every Arisaka Type 99 is a bring back. Because the ones that weren't were actually like reissued to Japan and North or South Korea rather. Some of them were rechambered and all that shit. So the Japanese and the U.S. agreed. The U.S. didn't want to fucking deal with it, and the Japanese were like, "Oh, it's an honor thing. Let's grind down the mums or deface the mums so that that rifle was no longer the property and the material of the Emperor or Imperial Japan." So 90% of them got destroyed or defaced, and that's why the few that slipped through that are not defaced are worth more because they're a lot harder to find.
Yeah, but for me, it's like I'm.
Oh yeah, no, I totally get it.
Yeah,
just like a Tula versus an Ishevs.
Yeah, it's like I don't care. No, so Nick Graham brought up the Lindy Page video where he said the Bren was better than the MG 34 and 42.
The Bren was better than the MG 42?
Yeah.
No. Nope.
I mean, the way he framed it, from the way he was justifying why it's better, it made sense, but I think there were certain problems with how he tackled that question.
Is the Bren still being used on a large scale by Western countries or any country for that matter? Well, probably, but like,
oh yeah.
Versus the MG3, which is like an MG42 rechambered.
But the way he was looking at it was, the way he was looking at it more was the logistics side of it.
Yeah, well, obviously, yes. For the time, it was more mobile. It was reliable as fuck. It got its job done, and they actually use it up until the 80s, which is kind of strange.
Yeah. And so from a certain point, I could understand it. It's just like, I think you're looking at your criterion wrong, and the fact that these really aren't the same gun with the same intent and purpose.
No, not at all.
You know, yeah, they're both light machine guns, but one's a belt-fed light machine gun. The other one's a box magazine light machine gun.
Right, and the thing with the MG42 is like, for what it is, it's very lightweight. It's comparable to the Bren, but it's belt fed, you know?
Yeah. Well, and it's like, yeah, for the brain gun, you didn't have like what? It was like 12 guys that supported the MG42.
No, 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
You had 3 guys that supported the Bren.
Yeah. So I mean, for a logistics point, like I get it, but it was like his video. His arguments made sense to me. It was just like I don't think you're looking at this the right way. But you know, there's people that will say the SMLE is better than the M1. There's people, you know, people can say whatever the fuck they want and they'll justify it however the fuck they want.
I had some ass clown come on my Craig video and say, how would you compare the smoothness of the bolt to the SMLE? I said, the Craig bolt is more smooth than the SMLE. And he turned it into an argument like, well, the SMLE is faster. I was like, okay, that wasn't your original fucking statement. You asked me which one was more smooth. The Craig is more smooth because it's a one fucking lug system. The bolt is like smooth as butter. Like, it's just no comparison. However, yeah, the Enfield is faster. Well, then the Enfield's better. I said, that wasn't your original fucking question. He got all frickety fucky with me and started typing paragraphs, so I got rid of him.
Some people have asked me, it's like, so I would say out of all the guns I've shot and owned, the Krag is the smoothest. And then next would be like the Ross, and then it would be the K31. And then after that, you're kind of in Mauser actions, and Mauser actions are kind of
the best,
the same.
Right, they're good, or they're like the AK of bolt actions.
Yeah,
is what they are.
Out.
I mean, it's like if you can find a Mauser that has the original bolt to the receiver, they're pretty goddamn smooth.
Even the ones that aren't original to the receiver are smooth.
Well, my buddy had like a hodgepodge thrown together one, and it was just, there was a lot of just yaw in the bolt.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like,
yeah. So it was just, yeah, but it's like, there are some really great actions out there, but to me, like a cock on close action will never be smooth.
No, because you have to push it harder.
Yeah. You know, and I always love the people that are like cock on close is like the end all be all of bolt actions. And it's like, no, like there's advantages and disadvantages. Like the benefit of having cock on open is it really helps your primary extraction.
Yep.
You know.
What did I miss? I got to take a piss and I lost like a huge chunk of conversation here.
Oh, we're just talking about like cock on closing versus cock on opening fucking bolt actions.
Is there actually like is there a real difference? I mean, I know Chris was just talking about it, but I couldn't imagine it's that different, all things considered.
It's all personal preference, and that's what I don't get about. Like when I make a video on like what I think about a gun, it's like I state over and over again, this is my opinion. It's not a fact, you know?
Of course I pissed with the helmet on. Sorry, continue.
So the cock on closes, they can be technically faster, but their primary extraction isn't as good as a cock on open.
Right.
Is Sam only just now getting on?
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was surprised.
So your cock on close, they can be faster, but that's all relative. Because I mean, like, did the German army in World War I or World War II really like? Do you read stories of guys sitting in their bunks late at night with their rifles just working the fucking bolt to get it to go as fast as possible? Because it was like there's documents of the British literally just laying in their bunks at night, just fucking racking their SMLE, just smooth them out and make them go as fast as possible. So, I mean, it's all about training and doctrine.
Right. And I'll agree
You
with the
know,
statement. One of the comments is, yeah, Chronic Military Collector says the MG34 was just fine. Like it was for. If I were to compare the MG42 and the 34, I'd probably want a 34.
I thought the 42 was just heavy, and that's why they had the MG3.
No, it's not heavy. It's just they rechambered it to a NATO caliber.
Oh, I didn't know they rechambered it. I just didn't know why it was changed.
No, the MG3 it's literally an MG42 that's chambered in 7.6251.
what up, Sam?
How's it going? Can you hear me, right?
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah.
How did it take you this fucking long to get on here?
I had to switch houses.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, whatever.
it is what it is. How's your little girlfriend doing, Sam?
How much is an MG42? I don't know. You can't really buy them.
You can. They're like 60 grand though. Like for a class 3 that hasn't been fucked with.
I thought they've pretty much all been fucked with at this point, probably.
Yeah. It's like at this point, like especially some of those machine guns, it's like, how much life do some of these still have, and how many of these just been shot to ever living hell?
Oh shit!
Just like the M9.
Yeah. No, it's like the surplus, like M9s. Like that's the thing I don't get. It's like, why? Like to buy a Beretta M9, new manufacturing stuff, they're not that fucking expensive.
Right. The 92 FS is actually, I fired them. They're fine. Like they work.
Yeah.
Because they haven't had a million rounds put through them and carried and abused and dropped in the fucking sand and mud, a million times. And
I mean, I own I own a police buyback Israeli high power. But
fag.
that's just a range toy. Like it's not like, it's just to turn money into noise. Like it's not anything really that special to me. It's like people are acting like these 92s are like the end all be all. Or sorry, M9s.
Yeah. No, the M9, like, because I was a 240 gunner, like I had to carry an M9, which worked out in my favor a lot of times because when we did shit where it didn't, require me to have the 240, I was like, oh, all I have is an M9. You fuckers are carrying on M4s. But like the M9 that I had when I qualified, like I was qualifying and it's out of like 30 fucking points or whatever. I was like doing great. It's easy to hit shit with a pistol at 25 yards being your farthest target. And I fucking pulled the trigger on multiple targets, actually, the 25. And like, I'm squeezing the trigger and, everything's perfect. And I watched the fucking round impact 10 to 15 yards to like the left or the right. And I'm like, that's not me. That is the gun. If I missed, it wouldn't be by that much of a margin. But it was like, what the fuck is wrong with this? And then you hold it and it just goes, rattles.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I love the fact that chat just called Sam out for being fucking awkward.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Stop being weird, Sam.
I don't know how to fucking not be weird.
Hey, Chris, did you hear that story about like we're at Renfest and we crashed it with our fucking World War I stuff? And we were all like sitting there and Sam was like standing off while we were getting some mead. He's just being all weird and stuff, and like some chicks like came up to talk to him, and they were there for like 2 seconds and they walked away, and I was like, the fuck? And he was like, I don't know. I'm like, Sam, stop being fucking weird. Like really loud.
Chicks got to talk to Sam?
Yeah, when we were getting meat at that one, well, that narrows it down, but like the one place where I was like, can I get like one, slam it, and then get another one? And they're like, no, we can't do that.
That's all I needed. That's what I need to remember.
Yeah. And I was like, Sam, stop being weird. And then like Bat went over and talked to him for a little bit, and
like console him.
Ugh. We definitely need more World War One reenactors to crash Renfest this year.
Chris?
Huh?
Yeah, Chris, you should come up and crash Renfest with us.
It's a good time. I mean, I think.
You just sit there, drink mead, get fucked up, walk around and talk to people. It's amazing.
I was pretty drunk, but it was fun, I think.
I don't know.
It's pretty funny.
It's like this, but better.
Yeah. You just forget how much I fucking hate the general population.
Well, when you're drinking, you'll be fine.
I was like, even when you're drinking, that makes everything better.
No, I'm one of those people that gets really cynical and mean when I'm drunk.
But that's better for us.
Cynical and mean anyway. So like, I like to do damage control when I'm drinking, like, because it gives me something to do. You know.
You've seen me go into people. Like, there's not a lot of damage control you can do after, like, I just, like, go off on one of my rants.
I haven't seen it. I'm excited. Can I hang around you guys next time? I'm going to see this.
Oh, God.
This is going to be a good time.
Like, generally, it's just a safe bet to let me, like, sit in the hole and smoke a shit ton of cigarettes. And when people ask questions about why does that dude look so pissed off and why is he smoking so much,
War.
That's Chris. He's just angry.
That's Chris. He's just angry.
He's angry.
Well, why is Chris angry? We don't know. He just is.
Because he's been drafted into a world war.
No, usually it's because it's fucking cold, and I'm doing this as a hobby for fun.
Fair enough.
My fucking balls are playing like Become Ovaries game, and my dick's playing Scared Turtle, and I'm sitting there with a wet ass, fucking freezing to death. And I got some fucking asshole coming up to me being like, "Oh, is that a real fire?" No, stick your face in it. Fucking just go home, drink all the cleaning stuff underneath your sink, and do the world a fucking goddamn favor.
This is beautiful.
Right, this is why Chris is team leader in a fucking reenacting unit.
Is this how we did events?
Yeah.
Because the only time I've really gotten to see you was like a few minutes in, the bunker at Rockford and at a private event. So I didn't get to see you like go off on anyone.
All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 people kissing ass to Cassandra. Fucking A,
Yes.
never fails.
We got to see how many. If she gets 5, she's an ace.
Yeah.
Yeah, true that.
Leave asterisks for how many people you have kissing your ass.
Jesus, Bruce. I'm convinced that she's just actually a dude trolling the shit out of YouTube gun channels.
She's probably like one of those dudes that like sits on chatter, like one of those like chat roulette things, and just fucking wank in front of the webcam.
Well, and here's the thing is like, she was probably one of those, or he was probably one of those that played RuneScape as a chick to like lure really dumb, nerdy kids into like their band.
I'm sorry.
What?
Nothing. Nothing. Sam's just sitting over there clicking on shit.
I don't fucking know.
Worst, weirdest questions you've had asked at reenactment? Not really anything out of the ordinary for us, but like we did get a couple comments. Nice costumes.
Nice socks. They look really warm.
Why are your socks rolled up to your fucking knees? Well, not in that context, but
Yeah, that's exactly what they said. They
pretty
were
much.
like, why are your socks rolled to your fucking knees?
You fucking swine.
You pieces of shit.
My favorite is like when you open up a can of like corned beef and you're literally in the process of eating it and someone comes up to you and they're like, "You're really eating that?" And it's like, no. No. I'm just fucking shoving it in this hole in my face for no fucking apparent reason other than it's just fucking oldie-timey
Oh,
shit.
there goes Chad Curler fucking with the winky face.
4. Come on. Oh, was it the 5th? She's the ace. It doesn't count if you did it to make her an ace. It's got to be genuine, pathetic.
Let me just fly my plane in front of Hermann Goering and make him an ace. Said no one ever.
Exactly.
So
it's got to be
one of the reenacting questions that I always get that always kind of makes me chuckle is like the people that are like, is that a real gun? And it's like, no, it isn't.
What about the guns in Cuba? If they're anything like the cars in Cuba, they've been rode hard, put away wet, and I don't want anything to fucking do with them.
The Eddie Rickenbacker of Mike's chat. Fucking yes.
Can't argue with that.
Our like highest toted ace need like some kills.
I love how Eddie Rickenbacker was like totally German and kicking ass for us.
He didn't kick that much ass. I mean, like he was an ace and he did pretty good, but it's like compare him to the Red Baron and we're like, we have this fucking awesome ace.
Well, it's because fucking Red Baron was fighting for a lot longer.
Yeah, that's true.
If we would have been involved since 1914, we would have been like fucking absolutely dominating.
Rickenbacker flew in World War II as well.
Yep.
I don't know how long or like what he did, but I know he was there.
You were there.
I was there. I don't remember though because I was on the ground.
How's your firewater going?
I quit.
Shit.
I mean, I could drink more, but I hate to spill my water, make a scene.
Hey Sam, why are you being weird?
He is kind of being weird. Stop typing. Just talk. Use your words.
How's it going?
Don't ask them how they're doing. They're people. Don't treat them like people.
Says the fart with the modern glasses.
Fuck you.
Hey, Dakotah, you should grow out like a little mustache and
There we go.
increase your rank to corporal.
I'm legit.
Here's Oliver Massey. Have you heard of the super obscure, like not well-known person and or gun? You guys need to research this right now.
Fucking farbs. I gotta get closer because I actually can't see.
Just put your fucking glasses back on.
Jesus, Dakotah, that's bad when people say Dakotah needs some red stag.
Am I just known for the red stag?
You have been known to fucking pound a whole fucking quart of that shit.
Oh, you know. I get done a quart? Cool. I don't remember that.
Exactly, Rand. Oh my god, she's back on the fucking M95 shit. Congratulations, you have 4 milsurps.
Why won't you sell?
You. Jesus Christ.
Just sell it and be an asset to the hobby.
Sorry then, I'm gonna go pound a corner.
Only guys wear their chin straps. Or, you know, people that like to keep their helmet on their head.
You know shit.
Yeah, but when an arty round goes off near it, it kind of takes your head with it.
Yeah. At least I was doing the right thing. Some of us follow fucking orders.
Oh my god.
Goddamn shit.
Well, all right. Since this is kind of a gun-related channel, for all those that give a shit, I've had this Carcano M38 cavalry carbine forever. Got it from my great uncle for free many years ago. The plunger thing wasn't totally assembled. It was just a screw in there. So now I got like a guy makes these on eBay, so I bought one, and now the plunger for the bayonet fits great and works perfect.
God,
So
What I
you guys
love
can
most about that carbine,
what?
the bayonet that folds under is longer than the fucking barrel.
No, it's not.
If you go by rifling.
About the same, yeah, maybe a little bit longer. But it's awkward as fuck to like work with though. That is a mean little bayonet, though.
Oh yeah.
Do you mean what a piece of shit?
What are you talking about?
Because it's a Carcano.
Sam, make an assessment of my rifle right now.
Make an assessment.
An assessment. Could you reword that, please?
Make an assessment.
An assessment, like, in what context?
Stop being weird.
Oh, Jesus
Assessment.
fucking Christ.
Get on my level, Sam.
Sam,
I am cross.
people like you are the reason I drink.
Okay. Go for it, man. I don't know if I can care.
How's your girlfriend, Sam?
How is your girlfriend, Sam?
Not this shit again.
Is it
Fucking A.
Larry?
Oh boy, Dakotah's back on the firewater.
I'll just keep being weird in this corner right here in my fucking room.
Be weird vocally.
Okay.
Why did we bring you on if you weren't going to be weird and make some noise? Give the people what they want, Sam.
Okay.
SKS versus AK. Go, Sam. Tell me. Jacob Bryan needs to know. Don't leave him hanging.
God, even the fucking viewers are saying stop being weird, Sam.
18.
Wait, fucking the difference
So.
between an SKS and an AK is just 18.
No. Fuck, I was answering a question.
No, it's just
I thought the
Try not
difference
to be
was
fucking
over
weird.
9,000.
Okay, fine. 1 second. If I need some fucking headwear, sure. Why not?
what's happening?
Let's get you guys
Damn,
a little
why are you
fucking.
giving into the chat? Rule 1 of live stream: ignore the chat.
RDK for life, bro. Yes. Romanian.
Why did you say that? Now everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, well, I knew that."
Oh, well, I didn't mean to.
I'm not gonna end it yet. I don't want to go to bed yet.
Why would you end it now? There's 25 watchers.
Consistently, which is fucking weird.
It is weird. Like Sam, who's beat.
Oh yeah.
Very weird.
Next helmet, Sam. Yeah, the color on there is really fucking cool. Like the guy that painted it knew what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Oh, did you get it repainted?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yes.
I've actually got 2 more of those M39s in my possession. I should like restore them, repaint them, and sell them for mad money.
Cringe hour has begun. Has anyone ever shot a 43M Hungarian?
Jesus Christ. Matt Smith is in the house, Mr. fucking Arkansas. Fucking
Arkansas.
varicose penis vein.
Penis vein.
Varicose penis vein.
Yeah, I heard you.
There's a difference between penis vein and varicose penis vein. Varicose is very ugly.
Absolutely disgusting.
Someone wants to know, who isn't an American, how easy it is to get a firearm. Well, you unlike what some people would have you believe, you actually do need a background check for pretty much every gun you buy. As long as you're an American citizen, don't have a felony.
I got time to bleed. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
And aren't a dumbass. Like, getting a gun really isn't that difficult. You just fill out a form. They do an instant background check. You pay for the gun, and then you own a gun. Congratulations.
Assault clips? No, I was only in California.
Holy shit, my second button was unbuttoned. Thanks, bud. The chin strap belongs on, though. Don't be a piece of shit. Follow the orders, you goddamn cretin.
Cretin.
I mean, it depends. Like, I live in the People's Republic of Illinois. So, like, here I have to have a special ID to own a gun. I have to wait 3 days. So I go to a store. I pay money for like a handgun, and then I have to wait 3 days to actually get said handgun. And long rifles and shotguns I pay for, and then I have to wait 24 hours to go get, which makes no goddamn sense after I own my first gun.
Wisconsin, where I hail from, which is actually literally bordering Illinois, just to the north of it. You want to buy a long gun, you go in, fill out the 4473, your background check, they call you in, you buy the gun and take it home. Same thing with a handgun. Or you could bypass the system and get a Curio and Relic firearms license, where you just fill out an extensive background check thing, send it to the ATF. They send you a license. You can buy guns that are 50 years or older, or that are on the Curio and Relic firearms license approved list. You buy it for $30 for 3 years, and you say you're going to save money on transfer fees, but you end up fucking yourself and spending an ungodly amount of guns that you can get shipped right to your door.
That is true. I should not have bought that pistol, but it was shipped right to my door, and it was awesome.
Yes, sir.
It was pretty fucking rad.
Why do you have Mike bullying you?
Who's Mike bullying?
I'm bullying Sam, apparently.
Oh.
Well, with that note, I'm going to go take a piss.
Now's your chance, Sam. Stand up against the bully. Stand up against the machine, the system.
The system. That is Mike.
Do it. Do it.
I don't know. I'm just kind of a quiet person to begin with, so I don't usually talk much.
I know.
I mean, it's better when I'm in person with someone, but other than that, though, it's just, what's the point of interrupting such a great conversation?
Is it a great conversation, though? I don't know.
I think it is. It's interesting to listen to.
I don't have a Reichs revolver. I wish I had one. If you want to donate to my anti-troll fund, I actually will buy one with the money you send me. I swear to God I'll buy one if I make enough money.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah, of course. Who wouldn't want a Reichs revolver? I actually have to have Mike post a link to the anti-troll fund because I can't post links in chat because I'm not an admin. And
so I'm not really a collector. I just do reenacting. I mean, I'm kind of I'm interested in medical shit because that's my MOS in the Army.
Oh, hey, are you doing medic for the Finns?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fucking lit, as the millennials say.
It's good to be
You got Condon to finish reenacting.
Yes,
Yep.
Channing talked to him. And he's like, I'm gonna do medic.
Not at all.
Fucking Finns, like you can't go to like any fucking events. You go to Rockford and show up, and everybody's like, "You guys Germans?"
Better than German.
Says the guy who does Romanian.
Well, no, we get mistaken for Soviets.
Hey, doing Romanian is fucking awesome. Why aren't you doing Romanian, Chris? It's great and it's cheap.
Because I do like National Guard PTO because I don't like doing reenactment battles, and I fucking just love being a thorn in all the other like American GI impressions.
We literally cook food. Well, he cooks food, and we run away. It's amazing. We eat
We
food
literally
and
just
run away.
And cook food, and that's all we do. We don't go to little battles. We don't do stupid bullshit like that.
Graham, you do have the lamest MOS. 25 uniforms fucking suck.
We're 25 uniform.
Communications.
Ooh. Say, help the layman here.
19 kilo. Yeah. Fucking tanker. Oh, really good with a sledgehammer, aren't you?
Jesus.
Swiss border guard. The dream
Yes!
came true.
God, why don't we fucking get a unit together to do that? I've got the helmets. I can get the uniforms made.
You need to get
You got the K-31.
Mike, I told you already what my like fucking impression's gonna be.
What?
What Cassandra's gonna do NKVD. Don't be a piece of shit. Don't do those
No,
common
Mike.
fucks.
I'm just gonna do Swiss Guard. I can use the same fucking equipment from like 16th century to modern day.
Don't be a scumbag.
Who said Cassandra's gonna do NKVD?
Cassandra said she's gonna do NKVD. You don't be a piece of shit.
Oh, she did. Yeah, that's definitely a dude then.
Well, yeah, it's a dude, but don't be a fucking cunt. Don't do NKVD. Communists are fucking scum. They were scum in the past, they're scum now. From fucking the NKVD to Antifa. They're all pieces of shit.
The question is, are you going to be a Bolshevik or a Menshevik?
Who cares? You're not a person either way.
Yeah, we should totally do
coming out with the nuanced questions.
Nuanced questions.
Speak like time, Javier.
How many of these people actually know what a Bolshevik and a Menshevik is?
I don't know what a Menshevik is.
Menshevik were the more common sense communists, if that makes sense, that actually failed in the revolution in 1917.
Which is funny because Menshevik means like majority.
Yeah.
Let's do Freikorps.
No. The Mensheviks believed in like the slow march to socialism.
Right.
Where it's like the Bolsheviks believed in like the radical violent means of
we should all have Sturmgewehrs. Mike gets Sturmgewehrs. Sam gets Sturmgewehr. Everybody gets Sturmgewehrs. Sure, Oprah would really support that.
Well, it's funny because there's like that company like Hill and Mac Gunworks that's like making STGs now.
They look cool, but I don't think they're accurate.
They look cool, but if you actually listen to the guys, it's like, yeah, these mechanically are really fucky. And for the most part, it's like it's a $2,000 AK that wasn't designed to shoot that cartridge.
Fuck that.
And it's like proprietary mags and all that other shit. And it's just like, yeah, if I had that kind of money to shit around, I would buy a lot of other guns that I much rather have than
I would just buy like a million Turk Gewehr 88s.
Yeah.
And I would arm my own militia. That's like what we do. Just have a million Turk Gewehr 88s. So if any of you guys want to join the Gewehr 88 militia.
So literally there's a comment in chat. As a communist, I don't believe that the USSR was just / right and the NKVD was terrible. Not all of us are crazy, just a lot of us. Please tell me at any point in time, any iteration of communism that did not result in millions being murdered.
Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
That Jim Jones said was going to lead us to salvation. We're communists.
To me, like, these people that are like, oh, we should try communism, or I'm a communist. It's like, you know what? I want to try playing Russian roulette with a revolver where the cylinder has a round in every single chamber.
Just play with a 1911 or a Tokarev.
Do it.
Yeah, it's just like, no, you're still going to shoot yourself in the fucking head. This isn't going to work.
Mike, do Palpatine.
Do it.
Thank you.
I am the Senate.
Like, it's like, you know, the beautiful thing about like liberal capitalism, like the modern liberal capitalist state is like, it says like, yeah, you can be a communist. Like, you can be wrong. You can voice your wrong opinion. I'm all for people voicing the wrong opinion. Feel free. Do it the best. But when you're saying like, oh, my way is better than your way, and so we're going to force you to adopt my way, it's like, yeah, but you don't want me to force you to adopt my way. So in essence, like, your whole entire ideological stance doesn't make any fucking goddamn sense. So once again, reach underneath your kitchen sink, grab all the cleaning products, chug them, and just like cleanse yourself of all your stupidity.
Let's dissolve the state as communists. That's our goal.
I think the first step in that plan is for those people to step in a vat of hydrofluoric acid and just let things kind of sort themselves out.
It's good. Siegfried Builder. Pretty sure Goot doesn't have An umlaut.
No fucking umlaut. But nice try, bud.
You're fucking umlaut.
You're an umlaut, Chris. Fuck you. It's not fair that you're sober right now.
Who, me?
Yeah.
That shit happens.
I'm like half sober, which is not right.
I'm like pretty buzzed right now.
I don't know if there's any Anzac reenactment groups, but I know a couple guys that do Australian World War One.
That's it. We're starting a fry corps. Let's do it. Reenactor
Going to California, Chicago, Baltimore, being like Fry Corps reenacting with live fucking rounds.
We're not
You
gonna
are red. You are dead.
reenacting, Chris. We're gonna
What?
be there.
What, Dakotah? Talking shit?
No. You're gonna join, right? Are you down
No,
with beating up
no.
the communists?
You're going to Los
No, I'm-
Angeles and San Francisco.
I'm just one of those fuckers that's like, I watch paint dry, and no matter what goes on, I'm just gonna watch paint dry.
At least you're true to
And,
your
like-
principles. I can respect
What?
that. So at least you're true to your principles, and I can respect that.
Yeah, it's just like, look, I don't want to be fucking bothered, and I don't want to fucking bother other people. You leave me the fuck alone. I'll leave you the fuck alone. Just let me smoke myself to death.
There have been 2 fascist governments that admitted it.
I'm gonna piss.
Well, okay. Nikolai, do me a favor real quick. When you say fascism, who created the ideology of fascism?
Ooh.
Because it gets tricky when people throw around this term fascist all the goddamn time, and they don't really fucking know what the fuck fascism actually means. And that's the only thing that's really pissing me off is like, oh, this person's a fascist. This person's a fascist. It's like, no, I don't think you actually understand what that fucking word means. No, Benito Mussolini, no. Sorry. Try again.
Well, he was fascist.
He was a fascist, but he was a nationalist fascist. Like, so I'm gonna drop a little knowledge. So fascism is actually all it is about maintaining a social hierarchy. So essentially, like, fascism first came about in like the late 17th century, and it was all about like, no, there's like a social hierarchy. Like, there are people who are better than people, and you need these better people to create strict laws to ensure that everyone else lives their life to the fullest and are happy.
And
so
with that comes a little bit of ethnic cleansing and...
Well, no. It's like the whole ethnic cleansing and all that other shit wasn't really part of fascism. Like, that was like the whole national fascism or national...
Wait. I'm sorry. I was pissing. What is fascism? I hate to make you backtrack, but...
Well, no. It's just a belief in a social hierarchy. Like, there's people who are better than other people, and those better people need to create strict laws to ensure that everyone, like, lives in an ordered society, and a highly ordered society is a happy society.
That's fair, though. I mean, it's not right, but it's like a fair assumption
No,
of
but
some society.
all fascism is kind of like Hobbes to the extreme, where it's like communism is Rousseau to the extreme.
That's fair. I mean, like, Hobbes wasn't completely wrong, and neither was Rousseau. Taking the extreme is just bound to happen by some people, you know?
Oh, yeah. But it's like, you know, it's like, so you've got Hobbes, Rousseau, and Paine.
So is Hobbes to the extreme Nietzsche? That's what the chat seems to be suggesting.
Friedrich Nietzsche?
No, so Hobbes just, that's not really a fair comparison. Hobbes just believed strictly in like a very ordered society.
Because I think Rousseau has like I think Rousseau's pretty solid, all things considered.
Yeah. So Hobbes was more about like the social construct, like, so there's like natural law and the social contract. And like the social contract is, so to Hobbes, the social contract was what made people happy. Like, a well-regulated, ordered society yields happy people. where Rousseau was like, no, the more chaotic, like natural state of man will make man happier.
So it's
That's why I have a crown above my fucking name in the chat. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Because when you think about it, I mean, what's society with no rules? Anarchy.
Well, yeah, and it's back to like the most base animalistic characteristic of humanity, which it's like I love these people that are like, oh, we want anarchy. And then all of a sudden they realize, like, you know, you're not going to have the fucking internet. You know, you're not going to have fucking toilets. You know, you're not going to have all the shit that you really like. You're not going to have anymore.
You know what? That's a good point. Nobody thinks about toilets, and they're so important.
Yeah, because I don't like shitting in a fucking hole in the ground.
Oh, I don't either.
You know what I love most about modern life? I can shit in a bowl full of clean water and just press a little lever and not have to think about it ever again.
Exactly. You know what? It's one of life's simple fucking pleasures that nobody thinks about.
You know, I like going home and flipping a little plastic switch and having light. You know, it's like shit like that.
America would be better without any kind of structure. Anarchy forever. We don't need light switches.
Well, and it's the same thing with all these people, like the people that are like, I'm prepared for the shit hit the fan scenario. And it's like, I'm a little bitch and I like air conditioning. I'm okay dying.
Exactly.
Like, it's like I looked at the fucking map, you know, there's like that map where it's like, oh, like your city gets like, this is the kill radius if a nuke hits the city. And I was really fucking disappointed because if Chicago gets nuked, I live just on the outside of the fallout. And it's like, God damn it, I'm going to fucking survive this shit.
God damn it. 2 weeks of survival before I finally just kill myself.
No, I'd be the guy like hauling ass north on 57 towards Chicago and just hope for the radioactive death.
Hope I get cancer fast enough to just end it. Sam only comes on camera when he's laughing. Would you hope for death, Sam?
I don't know. I mean,
without the toilet?
No, obviously Sam would protect his newfound girlfriend and like run for the hills
with a katana.
I just run for the hills. I wouldn't fucking take her.
His wife who and his katana.
Oh, she's watching. I just run for the hills. I wouldn't take her.
Some samurai you are.
Let's wait, Kerry. Less shit to worry about.
Glorious Nippon steel, folded over 1,000 times.
Yeah, because it was shit steel that you had to fold 1,000 times to make it somewhat decent steel. I always love like giant fanboys of anything. I'm just like, you're fucking retarded. Like everything has its faults. Like not everything is fucking this glorious fucking piece of shit.
Here's Sam in a fucking nutshell, ready in his stance. When the nukes come, I'll be ready.
Yep.
Ow, fuck.
That fucking cat is the star of fucking Sam's webcam.
Well,
Talks more than me. Fuck.
Sam isn't the star of Sam's webcam. He won't say anything.
So, sorry, yeah. John Locke is simply like, Locke's kind of the in-between Rousseau and Hobbes. Like, it's like, you kind of have to like Locke, because you read Hobbes, and it's like, well, this is kind of fucked up. And you read Rousseau, and you're like, this is kind of fucked up. And Locke in the middle was just kind of like, well, this is how you make everyone somewhat happy and everyone somewhat miserable, and it's just what makes society work. Fucking Mike over there shrinking into his tunic looks like a fucking goddamn turtle.
Dude, there's a Mandarin collar on this bitch, you fucking swine.
It's so sexy, though.
Oh, I'm just listening to some fucking Ghost BC, dude.
Nice. What song?
Square Hammer. I fucking cannot get it out of my head. I'm trying to.
I can't. like either. Every time I think of them, that's the only song. Like,
It's my favorite, definitely.
what's good?
Now I'm gonna listen to some of that song that you hated, "Fox on the Run" by Sweet, from the '70s.
What song?
"Fox on the Run."
I don't know that one. Did I hate it?
Dude, I sent it to you.
I don't
You're
know.
like, "Oh, I don't like this," but you were also pretty fucking hammered, and probably didn't give it a chance. So
I probably didn't because I was probably pretty fucking hammered. Now look, this is what I'm gonna do at Rockford. It's gonna be like my when I hang with you guys. My best of both worlds. Fuck you, Chris. You judging me?
Yeah, because the piss cutter's a piece of shit.
Chris, did you understand that I have the first pattern? He's got the regular pattern.
I'm nothing but nice to you, and all you do is
Check this out, Chris. Check it out. First pattern, like it's hips. It's so hipster that you can't hate it.
Well, look, he sewed up like the cunt on my hat, so it's not like completely.
You're welcome, babe.
Like Sam's, whereas the gaping vagina on the top of his head.
But see, what I love is like there's original photos where guys just fucking don't give a shit.
They get like the hot dog vag hat going.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So we went from like 34 to 26 really fast.
Fuck them. Go get your
Yeah.
friends, guys. Watch us. We're worth it or something, I promise. Because reasons. I want to get food, but I also don't want to get like Cheetos dust on my tunic.
Well, get some fucking,
Kurt's just cutting nails with the gun.
yes.
That's a Tennessee hobby.
Kurt Tits is fucking cut nails with his kukri. Hey, in all fairness, guys, one of Kurt's kukris, if you're gonna get a kukri, which you should, totally get one from Kurt. And I'm not just saying that because like promoting his business, but like I've got one of his kukris and I beat the fuck out of that thing. It's still good, and I actually have it in my car because I can't carry a gun in Minnesota because I don't have the concealed carry reciprocity yet. So that's my like, you need to get away from my car thing. I pull out a kukri. Who's gonna be like, I'm gonna continue to fuck with this guy? Nobody. The kukris are big. Like for those of you that don't know, the kukri is like the blade is about, if you were to straighten it out, probably about 16 inches. It's a big and it's heavy as fuck. So you should totally get one from him. And like if you go camping and shit, you can use it as like a hatchet. You can baton wood with it. You can kill shit with it. You can skin shit with it. It's actually a great fucking knife.
I mean, I saw him beat the shit out of his. I mean, they threw it at trees. They hacked through all kinds of crap with it. It was pretty fucking rad. I want one, but I'm too poor, and none of you guys will give me your money, so I can't buy one. But you guys should.
Dakota, you're just such a money whore tonight. Just fucking.
I'm always a money whore. I don't have any, and I need some. Okay, I feel like I'm Soviet with this hat, so I need to get rid of it. Put my helmet back on. So I can be a human being again.
Oh.
Can you
I
believe
need to go
this?
get a cigarette. I'll be back there.
Okay. I have to turn off the music for a second. Yeah,
What?
kukri, dude. Are you eating Cheetos together?
No, I was gonna get Andy Caps fries. I just said I didn't want to get Cheetos dust on my tunic because I was joking, but
Because Bat just asked me, is Cheetos the only thing he eats?
god damn, is she watching?
Oh yeah.
Why is she such a dick? I ate Cheetos once on camera. Where are the gas masks?
Oh boy. So let's talk music, viewers. So I was just listening to some Fox on the Run by Sweet, Oliver Massey. Like, totally understood what song that was. Square Hammer by Ghost BC. Here, I'll just go through my playlist a bit. The Middle by Jimmy Eat World, obviously the nostalgia. Limelight by Rush.
They want gas
This beat
masks.
goes on / what the fuck is the Switching to Glide? Fucking A, good song. Cassandra's probably gone, Double Canister, sorry. Like, Cassandra's a dude. Sorry to break it to you all, but like, Cassandra's a dude.
Did you hear? Matt likes my PJs.
Sam, are you still here, bud? Oh, Jesus, he's getting his SBR.
Sambo. Is he getting his SBR?
Are we doing gas masks or?
You're goddamn right we're doing gas masks.
All right, give me a second. Fuck.
Yeah, this is awesome. I can still listen to music.
What the fuck is that?
What?
What the fuck is that? That's not an SBR.
Well, you don't even have a filter in your fucking mask, retard.
I'm adjusting my chin strap. You fucking farb.
Fucking eyes are. I can't see
They
shit.
would have had it, they would have used it.
Son of a bitch, I can't see shit.
You're right. I stand corrected. If they'd have had it, they'd have used it.
Hey, Sam, if you're talking. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I thought that was you. That was Chris. Yeah, Sam, if you're talking, you're not wearing it correctly.
I know.
If they'd have had it, they'd have used it.
Dakotah is a giant farm.
You're fucking wrong. I can't trust it.
Mike, you look at the guy that wanted to touch me behind Walmart. That guy must have been pretty fucking sexy.
What do you mean I'd be dead, Javier, you fucking idiot? The Germans could talk in their gas masks.
Yeah, me and Sam are good. I'm even better than Sam because this actually does filter out shit.
Javier, it's confirmed a fucking idiot.
And I can actually talk in mine a lot louder than you can with your goddamn filter on, penis.
What's up, bud?
Dude, I can still listen to tunes in this bitch. It's fantastic. Hey, let's see if the fucking drinking tool will work with wine. All right. Oh shit, nope, I just poured it all over myself. Fuck. Oh shit.
Well, yeah, we gotta make some adjustments on that fucking drinking. Jesus Christ.
Oh, turn the light on.
Cool. Well, I guess I can't drink fucking wine through my gas mask. M40. Well,
You guys still understand me?
I bet you could if you had a French one, Mike.
yeah, it's out in the car though.
So yes, no? Can you guys understand me?
Yeah, I can
What's
hear you.
up? Well, you're a little muffled.
No, I just wanted to make sure.
Tunic forever stained? Yeah, a little bit in the inside.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have wine stains on their tunic.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at all.
Tunics would never have been stained. They'd have been perfectly clean while they were living in a dirty, muddy hole.
Right, and wool stains so easily. Like, it's just like cotton.
It basically is cotton, but itchier. Absolutely disgusting.
Well, you guys can't say I didn't try to drink wine through a fucking M40.
I would try to drink wine through my mask, but I'm pretty sure it would fail hardcore. And I don't have any wine.
Oh my god. If I had a canteen with an NBC cover on it and I filled it up with wine, I could totally drink wine.
I could totally destroy my canteen.
No, I wouldn't. It's plastic.
What? Yeah, you're right. You wouldn't destroy it, but...
Dude, Sam, I was just fucking with you. Don't bite down on that shit. It'll get rusty and you'll breathe in rust flakes when you actually use it at an event.
Rust flakes. Fuck him. Don't listen to him. Die.
God damn it, Sam. Stop being weird.
Stop being weird, Sam. Was that what we were hearing? Just Sam breathing in the chat?
Yep, those are...
It's getting pretty stupid right now. Scrounging. Your last meal. How does it
Sam,
feel?
you got the American or the Brit?
British.
Sam, you're with us. Okay, thank you.
I pulled my filter out somehow.
So Dakotah just gas casualtied himself by disconnecting his fucking...
I thought it was sitting in. I was trying to adjust the fit of my mask, and I just pulled that bitch right out. Like, well, I'm fucked. Just proper fucked right then and there.
Jesus, these headphones or these earbuds suck.
They look like they suck. Why are you using earbuds?
Looks like I gotta wear my campaign hat, bud.
We'll be back in a second.
Oh, goddamn it. I probably took a filter out.
What the fuck is Sam's deal?
I don't know. What's Sam's deal all the time? Like,
Hey, Dakotah.
what's up?
Did they put the chin strap behind their head like the Brits and Doughboys when they put on their gas mask? Or
I actually have no idea. I've been trying to figure that out with my kit for... I haven't really seen as far as the... You actually do see guys, everybody says it's a big farm thing and that they never did that. But you actually do see guys who put them over the brim of their helmet.
Yeah.
Now and again. But it's not particularly common.
Well, right, because they actually ixnayed that shit because what the hell's purpose does it serve if it's not going to stay on?
Exactly. So I don't actually know what they did with them regularly, but I do know they did occasionally do that. And I assume probably some guys did put them behind. You know, you can't account for every single soldier in the war.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, you can't.
because I know with like the American and the Brit, you see a ton of photos with them with the chin strap behind their head, but it actually works.
Right, and that's the thing is like that's why I wear mine behind, because I was reading that a good portion of them, like when they were actually out in the field, wore it behind because they could just go flick it off behind the trench, like back up to a wall, flick it off, and then put their mask on and then flick it forward, and it was back on without having
Yeah.
to fuck with the chin strap.
Whereas
And-
ours isn't shaped like that, so we couldn't do
Exactly.
it if we wanted to.
Exactly. So yeah, that's why I wear it like that. And I tell the guys in the unit, I'm like, you can wear it either way. Either way is correct. But like, yeah, it's like when you see them in parade setting, they've got it underneath their chin, so they're all uniform.
Yeah.
But out in the field, it's like, okay, that guy's wearing his helmet, but his chin strap's in the back, and there's like one guy out of like a whole platoon with the chin strap in the front. So.
It's 1915 up in this bitch.
Actually, no, it's not, because you've got fucking brass fixtures on there.
Hey, could have been transitional in between.
Yeah, in between your fucking legs.
Eat my dick. This is an original.
Mm.
I'm automatically correct because this is an original.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But you know, that's how it works. I paid a shitload more money, so this is the realist.
Yeah, but it has 100 years of patina. I doubt it looked like that when it was first issued.
You have 100 years of patina, motherfucker.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Yeah, he just goes with it. You win. You can't be trolled.
Fucking listen to some crowd are still Nash and Young. Ohio for the evening.
What do I think about the Italian army in World War II? Well, it's like the same army in World War I. It tried.
It tried. Yes.
No, it's the same thing with when everyone shits on like a country soldiers. It's like it's not fair. Like,
Of course it isn't fair.
especially with the Italians, they just had really shitty command structure. Like, how many times do you have to fight a battle at the Isonzo River to realize, like, maybe like climbing up like a 200-foot cliff to fucking attack the Turks, or sorry, the Austro-Hungarians
Yeah, I was
isn't
gonna
gonna
just jump on your shit right there.
What?
You understand though that Chris? You understand they actually fucking held them in like odds that were totally against them.
The Italians or the
Italians held
Yeah,
the
no, no, no.
Austro-Hungarians.
No. That's what I mean. It's like I give a lot of credit to the Italian soldiers, but the command structure there, it was just like, why? Why are you constantly throwing them against that cliff?
That's the French in World War II, the command structure. I mean, why shit on any soldiers ever?
Yeah.
It's almost always the command
No,
structure.
here's the thing: is the Italian military in World War One were okay. World War Two, they're okay, but they were so fucking divided back home. Their command structure sucked, just like what you guys said. The Italian uniform actually in World War II was like the most comfortable revolutionary uniform. Like it actually brought a lot of other countries into the modern age.
Well, it was like the Italians were the only ones with like a good intermediate cartridge. Like the 6.5 as far as weight, size,
Oh,
and
God,
ballistics
yeah.
is great.
Is it-
What's
And
big
it's
is like I sold my Carcano, my 1891 long rifle, but when I did have it, I shot that fucker and at a distance of about 170 yards, which is fair, not that long, but like it's a good combat distance. I was hitting a target consistently, shooting rather quickly with like no effort, and it's like these are great weapons. They had great gear. Their uniforms were spectacular. The Italian soldiers, I mean, they're probably really good, you know, but their command sucked, and that was the problem.
Yeah. Well, no. It's like when you read about like what the 6 battles at the Isonzo, you give a lot of credit to the Italian soldiers. It's just like why? It's like Verdun. It's like why the fuck are you doing this?
Right.
It's like this
Well,
makes no goddamn sense.
You know why they were doing it? It's the same as Verdun. If they get past us, they get to my home.
Oh yeah.
So when you've got that kind of shit working for you, when you've got like, if I fail, they will fucking kill my whole family. You'll fight a little bit harder and a little bit dirtier.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like throwing your guys into the fight. Like it's one thing to just set up a defensive sector, but
No, I get that. Like the command sucked, absolutely.
yeah.
But I will never ever talk shit about really any country's military.
No,
Like
no,
the
no,
actual like enlisted guys.
because when you actually look at the history, it's just like, no, these guys did shit that doesn't make any sense, but they still did it.
Right.
You know, it's like, could you imagine being one of those poor Italian fuckers that's like, yeah, you see that 200-foot like straight sheer cliff
Climb up it, and
with
guess
all
what?
those machine guns on top of it?
And you're not a specialized infantry soldier. You should know this from your childhood.
Yeah. And here's some like shitty rope ladders and grappling hooks. Like,
Yep.
good luck.
Go for it. You gotta defend this fucking hill at all costs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Fudd lore and gun show myth keep Carcanos cheap. They're amazing rifles. Like I will get another one eventually. Like I'll get an M91 and an M41 because I actually like them.
What like modern country is going to send their soldiers to battle with a shit rifle?
What country period is going to send their soldiers to battle with like inefficient equipment?
Well, none of them are fucking smart. I mean, like, think of the shittiest armies you can. They all mustered up the best they could, at least.
No,
right, and they were effective. Like, bottom line, if you can fucking make a statement and kill the enemy, you are okay.
Oh yeah, and it's like, I mean, one of my favorite. It's like the Turks at Gallipoli. Like, I don't.
Exactly.
I don't like the Turks. I don't like the Ottoman Empire. Like, they did some really fucked up shit, especially in World War One.
But their homeland was being invaded.
What?
Their homeland was being invaded, and they said, "Okay, we're not going to lose."
Well, I'm talking more of the genocide.
The Armenian genocide, or that was a whole separate issue from Gallipoli. That was happening on the other side of the country.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the soldiers at Gallipoli.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not talking like the Turkish military in general, just the soldiers at Gallipoli.
Soldiers at Gallipoli fought their asses off.
Right, because they said,
well,
they're here, and you need to fucking stop them.
When you look at some of it, like, some of those guys had fucking Snyders.
Yeah, they have black powder weapons, yeah.
And, like, Snyders and Martini Henrys in the front lines. And it's like, that's fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
But they also use the terrain to their advantage, which is really smart. That's why everybody that underestimates people. Oh, they're just primitive. They can't figure out shit. Humans are the most intelligent creatures that inhabit this earth. Okay, and when you underplay that, and when you judge and you decide that they're inferior to us as fellow humans, that's when you fucking lose.
Well, and it's one of those things. It's like, how did the British not learn this from like their time in the colonial? Like, many of these empires should have learned so many lessons from their colonial endeavors.
They were arrogant. The British were arrogant as shit.
Exactly.
Because it's like, after their loss to the Zulu tribes, where they lost a whole fucking British column that had Gatling guns, artillery, and everything else, to literally people with a rawhide shield and short spears.
Yeah, short spears, yeah.
And you get decimated by those fuckers. It's
the
like
best army in the world.
Yeah, it's like, I think you really need to sit down and realize we can't underestimate these fuckers.
Exactly, and that was
what
the 20th century kind of like at the end, like kind of conveyed and proved. But like, yeah, you're talking Gallipoli is the French and the British expeditionary forces that went in there had this attitude about them that we're going to win. This is easy. These are primitive people. They're using old ass weaponry. We win. Just like the Soviets in Afghanistan and us in Afghanistan.
Well, yeah, it was us too, like you said.
Well, it was my buddy. I got a buddy, Andrew, and he was when he was in there, he was with the 10th Mountain in like Kandahar.
Yep.
And he talked about like from the other side, like there was a valley, and from the other mountain, he was getting shot at by fucking flintlock rifles.
And they were hitting shit though.
Yeah. And he was like, it was the most fucked up shit ever. And he was like, he said he was less afraid of the insurgent with an AK than he was of the goat herder in the mountains with a black powder rifle.
Because that guy's going to hit shit.
Yeah, the guy with the black powder rifle from 500 yards with iron sights could hit a man. Or the guy with the AK can't hit shit.
Well, a human being is going to learn to use the tools at his disposal.
Oh, yeah. But
Exactly.
that shepherd, like, that's probably his father's gun, his great-grandfather's gun, so on and so forth.
It means
They've
something.
all shot it their whole entire life. It's like, yeah, he knows how to fucking work the weapon.
Exactly. That's it. It means something. It was his dad's gun, his grandfather's gun. It's a piece of him.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, he can shoot it off. You know.
Well, the Soviets grossly underestimated the Moosh. Grossly underestimated them, and they got slaughtered because before the Soviets went there were no AKs, there were no PKMs, there were no RPGs. It was flintlock fucking weird Middle Eastern muskets.
And whatever they got from, us.
No, this is before that.
Oh, like when they first
went in, they had fucking helicopters and they got fucked up by people with flintlock muskets.
Who the fuck is anonymous who misspelled it gamer? Check the chat.
Just a whiny troll. Block.
Yeah.
Blockity bye.
Figuring you may as well make it easy on the guys watching.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, come on.
Yeah, and it's I mean, to a certain extent, like, I mean, it's kind of what I like about Mattis. Like, I think Mattis respects the mood. She respects the Taliban.
Mattis understands terrorism. And when I say that, it's not like this typical average Joe knowledge of it. It's a very deep understanding. Like, these guys know what the fuck they're doing. They're good at one thing and one thing only. That's killing people.
Yeah.
You know?
And ruling with terror.
Exactly. And they strike fear. Mattis, General Kelly, they know and understand this radical terrorism.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but it's like you kind of have to respect like these fuckers, because it's just like, it's, for fuck's sake, they're so fucked up they'll fly planes into goddamn buildings.
Hey, wait a second there, Chris. Why not talk about the absence of the black boxes? Why are we automatically assuming that Islamic terrorism is responsible for 9/11?
Because they said they were.
But where are the black boxes?
Prayer. Those buildings can't fall as fast as they said they did without a controlled detonation.
Yeah, and jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, but steel doesn't get soft until the melting point.
Exactly. I'm
Refurb original, Javier.
Oh, Dakotah, you are happy with that paint job, correct?
Yeah, I fucking love it. It's amazing.
Because it's like,
guys, he did this, so buy shit from his store. I mean, like, he doesn't sell you just junk. My helmet looks exactly like an original, and he painted it.
well, the thing is with my store is I sell meager shit. Like stuff that should be easy to buy but isn't. When I get bigger, I'm going to sell shit like refurbished fucking M16 helmets. You know?
Take a look at it. It looks good, guys. This is an original helmet. And yeah, he painted this. This is the original color. Like, if you look at, this is what they look like. And the color he used even shines. The Germans used to shine their helmets with linseed oil before they covered them in mud and realized that was actually a really bad idea. They used to shine them in boiled linseed oil. Like,
Well, you used to put boiled linseed oil in the paint to give it
a sheen.
consistency, though. It was like an added strengthening thing.
Okay, well, in either case, it gave it a sheen. I misspoke. It wasn't to give it a sheen, but it did. Anyway,
Right, yeah.
It's present in the color in the paint he uses. I mean, like, it has the shine. Cover it in mud, it'll stop shining, which is what they did to make it stop shining. Anyway, it looks good. He does good work. Is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
I'm a nerd for history, and I fucking looked at a bunch of originals, and that's what they look like, so.
Exactly. And when I got it, I was like, holy shit, I've looked at a bunch of originals, and this is what it looks like. So I was pleased.
All right, whatever the fuck his name is. You guys want to see something cool?
Of course we do.
So, all right, guys, there it is, my L1A1.
Oh.
Chris, are you jelly? Just a little bit.
Meh.
You ever shot an FAL?
Yeah.
You don't love them?
They're good guns. It's just the modern stuff doesn't tickle me that much.
See, I'm actually, for right now, I'm in a phase where I'm like liking the modern stuff because I want to start building FALs and AKs and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of like the modern stuff more than the old stuff because the old stuff, the stuff that's like rare and like really cool is so expensive now.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's more of, I'd say, like, I'm a shooter first and
Exactly.
a collector second. And for me, it's like a lot of the semi-automatic rifles. It's just like I can go to the range with 200 rounds of 30-06 in my 1903 and have a great day at the range. I can go with 200 rounds of 30-06 and my M1 Garand and have a fun hour.
Why does everybody think Rhodesia when they think of FALs? Rhodesia was like one tiny fucking ass country. The only reason you guys think of that is because they painted some of theirs. Rhodesia was like a tiny ass country that used the FAL when the rest of the modern world, modern I mean non-Soviet.
So the first world, that's literally what that means, is non-Soviet.
Right, and minus the US, I guess, used the FAL. Why is it always Rhodesia?
I was actually going to ask you, why is it always Rhodesia?
Because they painted some of theirs, and everybody's like, oh, that's cool. When they think of an FAL, they think of Rhodesia. It's like, that was one tiny country that used the FAL. Yeah, I'll just get right on that. I'll sell FALs. I'll compete with DSA and fucking whatever.
Sell to you right now for market prices.
No, it's yeah, I don't know. Semi-automatics just don't do much for me. Like I get, like, yeah, if I had to go to combat or whatever, yeah, of course I want a fucking semi-automatic. But it's like, as far as like shooting and all that other stuff, it's just meh.
Yeah, I'm building an FAL. Like, all I have to do is literally get the receiver. I have all the tools and the know-how to do it. I just got to get the receiver. I got to find 01 FFL around here. And I'm building one specifically for competition shooting, where everyone else uses an AR-15 for their rifle. I'm going to use an FAL that has very little muzzle climb because I got a muzzle brake for it. I'm going to make it so fucking good that I'll compete with it and people will actually get on board with it. But
well, Mike, I told you about how my gun range, like they do like a free class. You know, for your membership, you get one free class a year, and they have like a bunch of different classes.
yeah.
And so one of the classes was like tactical carbine. And so you show up and you have like, 500 rounds, your carbine, and then you do like a tactical class on like carbine use.
Yep.
And so everyone else, like, and I'm like, okay, I'll sign up for it. Because like it's a free class, whatever.
Yeah.
So everyone else shows up with their fucking M4s. You know what I show up with?
Your bird ear.
Yep.
Yes.
That's a carbine.
Yeah. And the dude was like, why do you have that? And I'm like, this is a carbine class, right? He's like, yeah, but what is that? A carbine?
You're that asshole. Like,
but you know what was funny?
If I taught a class, I'd be like, if you were at a Berthier, I'd be like, thank you, sir. I'm gonna teach you how to shoot the fuck out of that thing tactically. Well, you're a cunt.
What was even better about it?
Cunt.
I actually did the class with the goddamn thing, and I shot better groups than anyone in the fucking class.
Well, right, because it's a Berthier.
Yeah. And the guy, some asshole is like, well, yeah, you shot really good groups, but like, you know, fucking, you know, rounds on target in a certain amount of time. And I was like, you shot a
one round per target with that thing.
Yeah. I was like, you shot 5.223 in a 4-inch spread at 25 yards, which is laughable. I shot a 1-inch group at 25 yards with an 8mm fucking Lebel. I'm sorry, one round in the chest of 8mm Lebel, and that person's fucking done.
Chris, super soldier.
Well, here's the thing too: is like group shooting. If I really take my time and like do boring ass shooting, I can group shoot. Okay. Thing is, in real life, group shoot doesn't make a difference. If you could hit a fucking target really fast, draw the sights on them, pull the trigger, and hit the target, that's the kind of shooting that I do.
Well, yeah.
Like, oh yeah,
that's how you live.
So for them to
me,
say that like, your Berthier is outdated is you pull up, put one round on them, they're done.
Yeah. Well, and for me, it was like, and I mean, this is where we're different, Mike. I mean, for me, it's just, I really like poking holes in paper, and I found the most expensive way to do it.
Totally get that. My best friend in the world's a group shooter. He loves shooting groups. I'm a reflexive shooter. Yeah. And we both have our strengths and our weaknesses. And we're both effective. That's the main key, is we're both effective.
Yeah.
Just in different ways, and that's the cool thing.
I mean, I got a friend, like his thing is it's like, if he's shooting less than 300 yards, he's not having fun.
Oh, God.
But I mean, to be honest, like, he doesn't have fancy rifles. Like, he's shooting out to 300, 400 yards with, like, World War I, World War II milsurps.
That's because they'll do that. No problem.
Yeah. And he's really good at it, where it's like, once when I go past 200 yards, like, it's like, my groups really start to open up, and it's just like, eh.
Yeah, 300. See, that's why I like the little range I got up on my buddy's farm. Is we all went in, we all bought AR-500. We bought a sheet of it. Had a friend of ours cut it out. He wanted like 2 pistol targets out of it for the fee. So we're like, oh, fucking A, do it. And we got silhouette targets cut. And my thing is, if you can hit a fucking 18 by 36-inch target at 500 yards, definitely a person-sized target. And I made a video of me shooting at 800 yards with the Yugo M48 that I bought from Aim Surplus. And people didn't believe me before because I hadn't made a video, and I just said, well, this thing will reach out to 800 yards. I shot a lot of rounds, yeah, obviously, but like I did hit the fucking 800.
Yeah.
With iron sights at 800 yards, and people are like, well, you can't even see that. I'm like, it's hard, but you can see it. We spray painted it orange, obviously. I have the advantage. I'm not going to hit a fucking camouflage soldier at 800 yards, but like,
I mean, there's a reason like a lot of your World War I rifles are battle side to like 400 yards.
Right, because they're made to shoot that far.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those comical things of like, you can shoot the AR really accurately 300 yards and less. I mean, you can reach it out to 500 yards.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden, once when you hit that like
barrel length,
it's like all of a sudden it's shit.
Well, it's because the AR. See, the reason the Marines still use the M16A4 is because it's got a longer barrel. It's a heavy barrel, and they qualify at 500 yards. Okay. We, as the Army, used M4s, and 300 yards is like your top.
Yeah.
The AR M16A4, 500 yards is like your top.
realistically, for battle ranges, are you going to need to go further than 300 yards?
No. God, no. In modern combat, it's like within 100 is your normal distance.
Well, even in fucking like, the only time they actually ever fired out at long distance was like, like the British in Egypt was like one of the few times where they actually did like mass rifle fire at like 800 yards.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was always like 300 yards and less. Which once again goes back to my point of like, I don't know how these colonial powers didn't learn from their colonial experiences to realize like, maybe we should like adapt some of our firearm technology and like fucking shit to actually meet this modern warfare. But I just, and maybe Mike and Dakotah, you could shine some light on this. I don't think the European powers thought World War I and even World War II was going to be as brutal as it was.
No, God, no.
No, they actually thought it was going to be like the Franco-Prussian War, but like higher distances.
I think they grossly underestimated the firepower that was given to an average infantryman.
Basically, they thought they totally disregarded our Civil War, where we took the same philosophy and threw it out the window.
Yeah,
Right.
but even like the American Civil War, like the brutality of the hand-to-hand, you only saw that in a couple instances in the American Civil War.
The Civil War was like, everybody used muskets. No, they used this cool thing called rifled muskets with minet balls, which are more aerodynamic. And
but in World War I, the savagery of the trenches, it's just like, no, a lot of fuckers, like you actually look at, like, compared to artillery, compared to machine guns, it's not that big. But when you actually look at the scale of it, it's like, no, a lot of fuckers got bludgeoned to death with a chair leg wrapped with barbed wire.
Yeah.
I mean, it was totally new. Like, we did trenches in our Civil War, of course, but it wasn't to the extent that they did in World War I. Where literally miles and miles.
The trenches of the Civil War were meant to be temporary, very temporary.
Right. Whereas, see, the Germans, they wallpapered theirs and put electricity in them sometimes.
Concrete. They poured concrete.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these were fucking forever. Come fucking take them, like, kind of deals.
So, to answer your question, for a long time, distance has not been a factor, like long distance. And if it has, you've got the few guys that are armed with the weapons that will reach that far, that are trained how to do it. But en masse, you're looking at within 300 yards.
Yeah. That's what I wondered. I thought it was superfluous, the Marines doing 500 yards.
No, the Marines, like, I don't give a shit. I'll admit it, as an Army guy, the Marines are better marksmen than me, like at distance.
And I get that. I'm just saying,
that's why they do that, because when you could shoot a fucking target at 500 yards,
right?
When you bring it to 100, it's nothing.
I mean, I just think it's a waste of resources and time.
No, it's not. It's not. It's really not, because Dakotah, when you do some distance shooting, like when you come up here,
right,
you'll understand that what you know now is like 100 yards and which is, it's far, but like when you do
I probably can't hit that far, honestly.
No, you can, but like 3 to 5, it's a challenge. You have to like focus on your breathing, your squeeze, and all that shit. You become a better marksman at distance, and when you can apply the distance shooting to close range stuff, you are a fucking impervious marksman. Like, if you are aiming at a target, it will go down. End of story.
Well, I mean, that's why the Germans were so surprised facing the Americans in World War I.
Right, exactly.
Their Scharfschützen were fighting like
Scharfschützen.
The average fucking average American was their sniper.
And the Marines have always been better at long range shooting, and when you're closer than that, it's so much easier. And the Germans were like, holy fuck, the Americans, like, their average grunt is like our sharpshooter. Like
we go over the top and we don't fucking come back.
Right.
Well, and it's one of those things too, like to go back to like the Marine Corps shooting out to 500 yards. A lot of it does too have to deal with like the esprit de corps and like the ethos of the Corps.
Right. And I get that aspect, but I figured that was like the bulk of it. Like, why bother otherwise?
No, I mean, I was intimidated at first to shoot out to 300 yards, but like when you kind of start hitting target at 300 yards and you bring that back into 100 yards, like it feels like 10 yards.
Right. And it's like
the target feels huge and it's just
yeah, and that's why like fucking excuse me, it's dry as shit up in Wisconsin, like no fucking humidity whatsoever. It's winter, so I'm coughing. It's weird.
Right.
Yeah, Sam, you get it. Like, oh my god, it's so dry. But yeah, the Marines have always been better marksmen because the initial Marines' job was to fucking take out people on ships.
I was gonna say, weren't they shooting from ships?
Yeah, and so they had to be, and luckily they've kept that. And it's like, I wouldn't, if I were to go up against a Marine in a distance shooting competition, I would fucking fail every time. Because it's just not my adaptive style. Like, they're better than me. They're better than the Army as far as marksmanship. But yeah, I mean,
pants right now to hear you say that, just so you know. Not that they're not right, but you know.
Well, yeah, but whatever. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not going to dispute that. You know, at close range, I'd say we're very comparable. Within
like,
100 yards,
you said we're better. Oh.
Yeah, I know. But like, no, within 100 yards, I'd say the Marines and the Army are comparable, very comparable. You know, you're gonna aim, and you're gonna fucking hit where you're aiming. You know.
Right.
But, yeah, the Marines in World War I specifically, the reason Bella Wood gets so much fucking recognition is because the Marines had 19 degrees, and they were like, shit, that's a moving target right there in the woods. Bam, acquire the target, fucking pull the trigger, he's done. And the Germans just couldn't grasp it. They're like, whoa, they're standing and shooting at us from like 300 fucking yards? No way. And
the army was all about drill. It was a traditional European army.
Exactly. Listen to your NCO who listens to your officer.
Drill had won the German army wars since the 1700s.
And you get a military that doesn't follow drill and says, there's your fucking target, eliminate it. And then the Marines know what to do, or the Army knows what to do.
That's a good question. Sorry, not to interrupt, but
go ahead.
Pack in Latin had a question. Does anybody reenact the Portuguese in World War I?
No, because it's so goddamn expensive.
Somebody should.
The biggest challenge to it is, so if you're doing early war Portuguese, you have to have a Portuguese Mauser.
Wow.
You have to have the Portuguese web gear, which is like close to the P-17 web gear, or sorry, the P-7 web gear. P-08. Sorry.
Well, why not?
But the actual like boxes,
right,
or like things that you hold the stripper clips in, are like boxes instead of that like crimped pattern 7 stuff.
What?
And then you have like that ruffled helmet too.
Well, not to interrupt,
and their tunic is like the American one, but it's in like the French field blue.
Well, I was gonna say, so many guys do American anyway that you're more likely to be in a late war scenario. So wasn't the late war basically a British pattern uniform but in blue?
Yeah.
So
literally, okay, the way I describe Portuguese is you take United States, French, and British equipment, blow them all together, and you get Portuguese.
But what about their helmets? I thought by the end they were using British Brody helmets for the most part.
Right.
Yeah. They switched out pretty quick.
But
because their model 1916 fucking helmets that they had, the fluted ones,
right,
didn't do shit.
Well, I'm saying you could probably get an impression pretty easy as long as you get somebody to make you that out of the right colored wool. Or you dye the uniform.
Yeah, pistol packing, whatever. You can't just dye the uniform. It's the wool itself. The fibers have to be dyed a certain way and blended to get the fucking horizon blue.
Right. It's hard. That's why pistol pack in Latin probably couldn't just up and do it. And I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying it's hard to get the right color. But
Yeah, it's really difficult.
And it's the big thing is it's like, well, it's kind of like what one of my friends said about like reenacting Marine in any impression is like, it's cool, like go for it, whatever, but it's like, it really limits your impression and what you can do.
that's true, it does. But
it's like Marines before World War One. The only reason they got popular is because in World War One they were land troops.
Well, but I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying in general, like reenacting something like Portuguese, it's like, it really limits what you can do.
Exactly.
But that's a good point.
Like
before World War One, they were nothing. I mean, not that they were nothing. They were viable troops who did things on ships, but they were on ships as marksmen. On ships.
Well, they were naval infantry.
Yeah.
You know, if the Navy, it was like, you know, Tripoli. It was like the reason Marines took over Tripoli was it was for the most part a naval action.
You're right.
It was a naval action.
I misspoke, but I mean, they weren't like the army. Whereas in World War One, they kind of were.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, well, they were and they weren't. You know.
Usually, Marines didn't go that far inland until World War One.
That's what I meant.
And I would say, especially after the World Wars, I would say there was two phases. World War One was a big phase. World War Two was another big phase. You saw a change in sort of the doctrine of what the Marine Corps was, where it was like the Marine Corps before World War One was essentially emergency infantry, like you saw in the beginning of the American Civil War, or infantry that was used in conjunction with a naval action. Where when you get into World War One, there was that ethos of them being emergency infantry, where it was like they were some of the first troops in because they were some of the few professional troops that the United States had that was ready to go on a moment's notice because they toured on ships. But in World War One, they proved themselves to be effective infantry. And then you get into World War Two,
and they were definitely infantry.
Yeah. And so you go from them just being a tool for the Navy to use to this new sort of proto spear tip of our armed forces kind of thing.
Which battle was worse, Bellawood or Argonne Forest? Argonne, because the numbers that were lost were fucking insane. Bellawood was one little battle that the Marines did very well in, and the 2nd Infantry Division, or 2nd Division Army. And that's why it got such popularity, was because the Germans were like, holy fuck, this is what we're up against? Oh my god. Like, if we weren't fucked before, we're fucked now. Argonne Forest, the last major campaign of the American Expeditionary Force. Yeah, it was absolute fucking, like, just insane.
Yeah. I mean, it's just...
Suck it's chopping.
But it's, I mean, to a certain extent, you read about the Americans in World War One, and it's just like, how fucking stupid were some of these guys? Like, they're just super moto, and it's just like, they're going headlong into some of the stupidest shit.
I'll be right back. I need some water.
Yeah.
This was like the 30-second ID, them like running through like a town that was saturated with gas.
Yep.
Like,
what do you think would happen in the World War in the 20s? If you were actually a historian, you would understand that question is total bullshit. What if? I don't know what could have fucking happened. You have as good of a guess as I do. Like, it's history. It is what it is. You can't change it. The what if shit is just like, it's alternate history.
Well, Consul Klaus, like, yeah.
Yeah, they fought in Siberia with the Russians against various enemies. They fought in the Italian front, and the Western front was the main, like, driving force of them.
Oh, someone asked me that awkward question of, am I prior military? No, I'm not. I'm just a regular pleb civilian.
Plebe.
Pleb.
Plebe. You talking about Salonica, Oliver?
Matt's question. I do actually think a couple divisions went to Italy, but they
No, it
got
was
there
one,
so
it was
late.
one
Like
regiment. One regiment was sent to Italy.
yeah, and wasn't it like they got there so late the war was already over?
No, they actually didn't, because they fought the Austro-Hungarians with the Italians, and they actually kicked ass.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in Italy. It was the 332nd. Let me see. 332nd Regiment. 332nd.
Got my heart and
Yeah, 332nd. Yep, 332nd Infantry Regiment. It's part of the 83rd Infantry Division. I actually had a fucking chance to get one of those tunics for like $300, and I didn't have the money at the time. God, that would have been fucking cool.
Oh, hey, Mike, question for you. It just like popped into my head. Do you still have my neck stock?
Probably.
All right, I just can't find it, so I figured that meant you still.
Pretty sure I gave it back to you, but it probably might be in my car. Who knows?
Oh, well, maybe you did. I'll look for it. Just popped into my head.
How about this? If you have your shirt, your undershirt, you'll have your neck sock.
I have my undershirt.
Okay, well then it's somewhere in your house.
Fuck. All right. It was a good one. That means I got to buy another one because I can't find that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Sam, you've been quiet. What's up?
No, I'm just listening to the conversation, man.
Why don't you join in? You got stuff to say. You've input.
Input? Okay.
It's valid.
Suppose, yeah.
Well, don't be afraid.
All right. No, it's not really just afraid. Just jumping in would just make it awkward, I suppose.
It wouldn't.
Not really. It would make it like a normal conversation.
You're good. It wouldn't make it awkward. Don't worry about it. If you have something to say it.
All right. I'm not an expert on firearms, so that's the one thing that it, like.
I'm pretty retarded. I don't either. Don't worry. I literally know nothing, and I'm just playing off of both of them. And if I don't know, I just ask questions.
All right.
If you're curious and you want to know, ask. It gives you a chance to jump in, and you don't have to worry about being awkward.
All right.
Serious questions is Oliver. What's the worst equipment? Why is the haversack the worst? Explain.
Dakotah, have you ever? Yeah, you have fucked with my haversack.
I haven't fucked with your haversack. I don't have a haversack yet. I gotta.
Really?
It's a folding napkin of fuckery.
Is the haversack?
It's a piece of cloth that folds over it, like your bedroll and shit, and you have to tear apart everything to get at one thing and put it back together.
Oh, so that's the equivalent.
It's a piece of shit.
That's the equivalent to a tornister.
No, we had this discussion, Dakotah. You fucked with my haversack down at the air show, and you're like, "Holy shit, that's way worse than a fucking tornister. There's nowhere to put shit."
No. I get that, but I'm saying like a haversack. I thought a haversack was like a bread bag. Like
no, the M1910 haversack is what it's called.
Okay. So the haversack is basically the pack that goes in your back and holds all your shit.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's worthless.
Absolutely.
Okay, I remember your pack now. I just didn't know that was a haversack.
That's what it's called.
Well, I've seen like British haversacks, like they're Boer War haversacks, and they're like bread bags.
The French bread bag, you can hold more in a French bread bag than you can in your fucking haversack.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Your guys' haversacks are horse shit. I just didn't know that was what a haversack was called. I thought there was another name for it. I actually need one of those for my kit.
And the worst part about that fucking haversack is like, let's say you take out like a can of like ration, like you take out one fucking thing of ration from it.
Right?
Yep.
And so now you got this piece of garbage, so you throw that away. But when you go to put your pack back together, you got to like re-Tetris the insides again in order to get it to close.
There are original comics I've seen about that, like newspaper things.
They just fall apart when you're marching if you don't tie them together right. Yeah.
Are they expensive? Are like the repros any good? I honestly don't know.
Like I said, none of the U.S. repro gear is good except for World War II impressions, a first aid kit. Get original stuff.
I thought you meant like maybe the belts weren't good. I didn't know if the haversacks were. So original's the way to go?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need a haversack, a gas mask, and a shovel, and I should be good, right? And a rifle.
Yep.
Okay.
Or you could be like half of the World War I reenactors, just get a 1911 that isn't even close to a World War I 1911 and just, fucking roll with that.
Well, I'm not an asshole, so I'd at least try to get it right, you know? I need a mess kit too. I've got one that I bought from some guy, but it's like an amalgamation. The lid is the different model from the body.
Oh, so it's like a World War II lid with the two compartments.
Well, here I can show you right now if you can identify it.
I'm gonna have to piss real soon.
Can you see that? Worth a shit.
That's a World War.
That's the correct model.
Yeah.
It is or isn't?
That's a 1918 model. Yeah, you're good.
Well, it's got like this body. And,
yeah.
And
the cupped like top is 1918. The 1910, the fucking top cup was like a flat plate, like the one I have.
Right. It isn't closed though. I thought you told me it was wrong.
Hold it up again.
Give me a sec here.
While you're trying to close it, it should close like. Slam the fucking handle down and the little thing should hook.
No, it doesn't close.
I mean, granted, it's 100 years old, so I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
Oh, you gotta push the top into the mess kit.
How do you mean?
You gotta. Okay.
The top kind of snaps in.
It snaps in. You gotta push it really fucking hard. It snaps into the fucking bottom part. No, you're gonna have to go around the edge and finger fuck it in.
Okay. I got something to snap, but it's snapped, but that's as close as it gets. Can you see that? Because I'm not wearing.
I mean, it's an aluminum piece of shit.
I'm not wearing my glasses. I can't see. Is that far enough?
No.
No.
You know what? He could have a 1910 bottom with a 1918 top.
Well, that's what I was wondering. The guy sold this to me for like literally $15. And I bought it.
I mean, it's fine. It's all correct components. Like, that's not a World War II bottom. That's a World War I bottom.
It's got a
that's a World War I top.
Tony Guerre. Can you see that? It's got like a WAP name.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, I can't get this to like snap in or anything, but that's as far as it goes. Anyway, so this is wrong or right?
It's fine.
So Chris says it's right, and Mike says it's wrong. Who do I believe?
What Mike say was wrong about it?
It doesn't close.
It doesn't close.
Maybe the handle's bent, or
do I believe the corporal, the PFC? It's pretty close though. Like it's close enough to where I think it would fit in my pack, unless they're literally that tight for space.
Nah.
And I don't doubt they are, but no matter how hard I try to push this, it doesn't fit.
That's what she said.
And then she died.
Thank you, Chris, for that.
Back in a sec.
This is the greatest mess kit. Like the handle is so long. That's so good for cooking, you know, like a skillet.
Yeah.
Ours sucks shit. Well, like the pan is like a liter deep. It's so good for that, like for soups. But,
Oh, yeah.
well, like the handle is right above where the soup cooks.
Oh yeah.
So you burn your hand over the fire. You're like, fuck! I can't cook anything.
We gotta remember, like, that mess kit was really designed around like frying bacon and like
Yeah.
Well,
like where it's like you look at all the European stuff, like their issued ration was either pre-cooked soup or cook it yourself soup.
Well, I was gonna say, think about it. Like the Americans, before we actually had like an army we were ready to go to Europe with, we were fighting on the frontier. You cooked beans and bacon, and that was basically it. I mean, we're fighting Indians on the frontier to defend settlers.
Yeah.
You know, so you weren't really fighting an army. And the Europeans were used to fighting each other for years and years and years. They were eating soups, and trying to get the most, you know, nutrition out of the least possible amount of actual food.
Pretty much.
You know, you try to fill your guys with bread and soup so they don't ravage the population.
Yeah.
But so yeah, this bitch, like, I'm trying to close it right now with like drunk strength, and it just does not close.
Drunk strength.
So you're saying it's good for real? Like,
I'm saying it's fine.
this is all the further it closes. I don't know if you're focusing.
I mean, I'm saying, like, is it like a perfect 1918 or 1910 kit? No, but it honestly looks like you have a 1918 top with a 1910 bottom.
I think so. Well. Okay,
That actually shouldn't matter. The 1918 top was made to fit on 1910 bottoms.
well, this is dated. The bottom is dated 1918, which is why I asked. So it's just broken.
You probably just have a bent handle.
Oh,
Yep.
what? Look, it probably is. Can I bend it myself? Will that work?
I mean, it's aluminum. You could also just snap the aluminum.
I don't know.
I mean, trust me, there was some poor fucker with the most janky shit in the whole entire fucking army. Like, there's someone with something that's fucking weird.
Well, I didn't know. I think I just bent it literally right now. Like, I didn't mean to. I was just fucking with it. Okay, I was just trying to figure it out. Whatever. So I'll use it then. Fuck it. I'll just take her off of eBay. I was trying to sell it. So, you know, if you guys wanted this, it's yours, because I'm too dumb to realize. I was too dumb to realize it's actually correct. I don't know US shit at all. So my loss is your gain. Unless you don't find it, in which case I'm keeping it and you lose. Sam, how comfortable is Sam in that tunic? Sam isn't in a tunic.
Huh? What? Fuck? What? Hold on.
Sam, how uncomfortable are you in your tunic right now? 1 to 10. Tell me.
Well, it's
Under Armour tunic. Stop being weird. Tell me.
probably a 10.
10.
I mean,
You hear that,
really.
guys? 10.
In an Under Armour tunic.
Dying right now. Is this still going on? Yes.
I'm saying shit. I mean, I've been saying shit off and on. Maybe you just haven't been catching that.
Say something, Sam.
Something Sam. Fuck. I don't.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's almost 1 a.m.
Really? Oh, well. It is.
Hey, we got 20 minutes till, I think. I can't see that far.
Like, just sitting there eating candies.
There was no nipple play, Trash Panda. You're being dramatic. Took my shirt off once, I think. Maybe twice. Anyway, there was no nipple play.
Am I using a laptop? No. It's just Central Illinois is really prone to earthquakes and sudden camera zoom.
You see what you're missing out on, Sam, when we do these? There was nipple play and everything. You're 18 now. You can partake.
Oh yeah.
Sam strikes back. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid. The last.
Dakotah, did you see that fucking meme I sent you? It was like Diary of a Kid, the last straw, and it's the Columbine shooting.
Yes, that's literally about you. Do you not understand that?
Oh,
Like you're gonna
people tell me that all the time.
Mike actually bought the souvenir rug. Mike, would you like to elaborate on that? What is the souvenir
The
rug?
rug on my fucking door?
Yeah, is this souvenir?
Yeah.
Well, why
Souvenir prayer rug.
are they giving you shit?
Because he knows? Because he probably bought one?
Tell him to fuck himself. He bought one too then. He can't judge you. Only God can judge you.
I'm not proud of
I
it,
think Miley Cyrus said
but
that
I've been
once.
told so.
Dakotah going for those deep, inspirational Miley Cyrus quotes.
Well, you know me. I try to go for the best of the best.
Only the best.
Oh, it's through the ECH. They don't believe that I have one.
Cook me some bacon, Sam. Do it.
So not only do I have an ECH, I've actually got the one that they designed for testing. Ballistic testing.
Oh shit. Double
I got
fan.
a little sensor in there. I plugged it in and it lit up, but it didn't register on my computer.
It's like double plus fancy.
You know.
I'm like being legit. I'm impressed. I'm trying to bend this bitch back in shape. This is not working at all. I'm lame and only collect Cold War Russian stuff because I'm a traitor to my country. You mean because you're poor as shit and it's cheap? Buddy, I got something for you. You want a real Russian tanker's hat from the Afghanka War in the 1980s? Look, it's got like graffiti and everything. Ooh. Ah. It's the
Well,
size
burning
like,
that bitch next time I'm down there.
what's up?
Burning that bitch next time I'm down there.
Will you give me $20 to burn it? Because if yes, then yes. Let's burn it. Burn some Soviet shit. Anyway, it's either armored or artillery or naval. Anyway, the Russians are fucking idiots. So they're like, their Waffenfarbe, their colors mean like a million different things.
Oh, I'm gonna go to my 80s playlist. Let's listen to some Valerie.
Fuckity yes. It's the best song ever.
I haven't listened to it in a while.
I haven't either. You paid $90 for a helmet and snail mail, Oliver? You could pay $25 for this bitch. This was in a real war. Are you in a real war? Was your helmet in a real war? No? This was. Buy it. Sam, were you in a real war?
Hmm.
You heard me.
Oh, no, not yet.
You will be.
Yeah. Oh well. It is what it is.
That it is, bud. That it is. Are you listening to Valerie?
Oh yeah.
Well, why aren't you playing it first?
'Cause I don't want to.
It ain't what it ain't.
You make a good baby float. I don't know.
Marine just taught you what's what. Are you
Yep.
gonna let him get away with that?
The baby jokes, cute.
Mm.
Someone breaks into your home. First milsurp gun you grab.
Well, because I know you're stroking your little penis and like you're almost there. First milsurp gun I grab.
Ooh,
A Benelli M1014, if that's milsurp.
I have an answer. I have an answer because I got one today. Boom. CZ82. That's what I grab. It's a piece of shit, but it'll put 12 rounds in that motherfucker. Don't talk shit about my little penis.
Just did.
Absolutely disgusting.
2 people dislike this stream. Oh boy.
I'm pretty sure you can't go on knowing 2 people. How much? I paid way too much for it. That's all you need to know. They should go for $325. I didn't pay that. Oh, are you really bitching about my trigger discipline right now? It's empty. We both know it's empty. I know it's empty.
I got lit the fuck up in one of my videos because, oh my god, I checked it and then I pulled the trigger. Everybody's like, oh my god, you have a loaded magazine in there. How did you not know? I did know.
Look, can you see? Can they see? It's empty. There you go. Sam's basically an expert now. Is it not empty, Sam? Can you see?
Another angle would be nice. Tilt it to your left a little bit more. Yeah, it's empty. Don't worry.
There you go. It's empty. See? Sam's an expert. He knows. He went through basic, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Put it in my mouth and check. Eat shit.
Like Terry Kath. Fuck.
Don't go all K on me.
All right. Well, I think this stream must come to an end because I have to go to sleep.
There's 31 watchers.
Oh, wow. That's great. Good for that.
We're beating the average.
We will. What happens when there's a couple zeros behind that 31?
That'd be nice.
There isn't yet.
The CZ52s are fucking clunky as shit. I used to own one.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're cool, but they're clunky as shit.
When they sent me the email about shipping this bitch, they actually said CZ52, and I was like, did they send me the wrong gun?
All right, well, I'm gonna. Yeah, time for me to jerk off. Too numb to come right now, bud. So.
I mean, I'm gonna, so why not?
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I may or may not delete this fucking stream tomorrow. We'll see.
It's not that bad. Subscribe.
Not that bad.
Yeah.
Well, Chris's fucking chair, like that's the most erotic thing about this fucking stream. So. All right. Well, we'll see everybody later.
See you guys.
Yeah, see you. Bye.